you save over $5,300. And it's Denali season. Get up to over $12,000 in savings on the 2018 GMC Sierra 1500 four-wheel drive crew cab with the Denali Ultimate Package. Come in for all the details at Renato Buick GMC, located at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby. From auto to home to business to life insurance, your hometown agent is Rocky Bennett at Bennett Insurance Group. Rocky has been serving this area for over 33 years, offering you the best in coverage with Erie Insurance. No matter your claim, Rocky will work side by side with you for your best coverage. See Rocky Bennett today at Bennett Insurance Group, 116 West Main Street in Cherryville. Call 704-435-0270 for Bennett Insurance in Cherryville. Merry Christmas to all from everyone at Upchurch Garden Center in Cherryville. From Carpenter Porter Funeral Home and Cremation Service of Cherryville, and from Alray Tire Center in Cherryville. May the peace and blessings of Christmas be yours, and may the coming new year be filled with happiness. This wish from everyone at Upchurch Garden Center on the Roy Acre Road in Cherryville. From Carpenter Porter Funeral Home and Cremation Service on East Main Street in Cherryville, and from Alray Tire Center on East Main Street in Cherryville.
For over 25 years, Moss Realty has been serving clients in Gaston and surrounding counties. Their realtors know the area, not just from maps and pictures, but from living and working in the community. From Belmont to Kings Mountain, Lincolnton to Clover, and more, the hometown specialists at Moss Realty want you to be their neighbors.
Hi, I'm Warren Moss. Whether you're buying or selling your home in Gaston County, call one of the professionals at Moss Realty or visit us online at mossrealty.com. Moss Realty, your hometown specialist.
Man, I only do things incredible can, cause I am seed of a chosen breed. You don't see too many like me, cause I am. And the reason you do what you do when you wanna be me instead of you, cause I am still on beat, showing love to the streets. Come on, you know me, cause that's who I am.
And good morning. I guess you guys can hear us loud and clear up there. You guys, somebody reach up there and turn my headsets on. And good morning, Saturday Sports Talk. Kevin Hastings here with Carson Dockery, Hunter Yancey. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Terry Reinhardt, JP's in the house. Me and Hunter decided to festive up the place. JP's at least got his, of all the people to wear camouflage anything, JP's got his Duck Commander sweater. Like, we've got the Duck Hunter in here.
What is it, Star Wars? No, it's not Star Wars.
No, I've got the Star Wars.
I almost wore it, Terry. It says I'm not Jolly has Darth Vader.
I'm wearing it right now.
I almost wore it.
Yeah. I didn't go buy this. My wife did, but, you know, I didn't tell her to. She said, hey, I thought you like it. It's like, well, it might come in handy tomorrow. Hunter wanted me to wear a shirt, so I want to thank you for that one, dear. And this is my grandmother's.
I was going to say
ugly suit. Now, what's about to happen is Carson might have to wear this. What do you think? Since he didn't wear anything.
Carson.
I think Carson
walked in this, you know, neon yellow.
You're a Corso.
Oh, God. I am.
Not so fast.
Is that Corso that does that?
Yeah, not so fast.
No, Digger Phelps is the one that has
Digger's got the highlighter.
Who's got Corso has not so fast.
Who's got a direct traffic this evening? Y'all don't understand.
Oh, yeah, Carson. Yeah, Carson, you gotta do it.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Seriously, Carson could do all the work on the side of the road he could ever want, and nobody would hit him.
Nobody. Unless they were just mad.
or blind.
Unless they live in Charlotte, they hit people down there every day.
When people come to your house, Carson, you need to stand outside in that shirt because the GPS tells you your house is the other side of the street. That's what he told me. He said, take a left. I'm like, right? I was looking right at Carson's truck there. And he was telling me the other way. But anyway, good morning, everybody. Saturday. What's in these boxes? That's what I want to know.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's
Hunter
in the
Carson?
box, you ask?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's the same thing as Carson. Yep, pancakes and liver mush.
Terry's the one who switched it up.
I do. I got a steak biscuit this time.
Oh,
Yes, I do. But I'm gonna tell you what.
You might have to line me up for that.
It's like Carson's not re-up, so they got it.
It's like I wanted pancakes for a while, and now I've had it for like a month and a half now, and now Terry brings it to steak.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good. That I might have.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You want to swap? I mean, this is Christmas time.
I mean, yeah. Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Christmas spirit. Y'all watching live on YouTube this morning. Steak has been traded for pancakes.
Terry, I'm surprised.
Yeah, man, it's Christmas time.
You got a championship belt. You can give away whatever you want.
It's Christmas time and he's not.
He's got his name on it.
Hold on. Wait.
We took. You didn't know that?
Got the name, baby. Got the name.
So like, if you're watching online,
That's genuine shot.
her shot. So
Terry, you should put it around your belt so people actually know you might actually win.
You know, when you win something, you throw them on your shoulder.
I know, JP. Come
It's
on.
awful heavy, man, but I'm holding it up.
I realize it looks totally fake.
You only actually wear one belt if you have the two others to, because you can't hold three.
Well,
that's the only time you put the belt on.
I mean, not everybody can hold two belts at the same time. Conor McGregor.
Barry Simmons, he kind of said to take a step back because he went 7-1 last week. I went 8-0 in them state championship games, and I took the belt from him. Come and get me,
So
baby.
that's
I'm
what we're
over
doing
here.
for this, guys.
Yeah.
Terry has the belt on state championship day. Hunter told everybody, "Hey guys, Christmas sweater." Some of us took that part serious. Terry must have read Halloween.
Yeah.
He comes in an NC State outfit and
Lincolnton State.
a wrestling belt
And a belt, yeah.
with his name on it. The belt, not the jersey.
Yeah.
Whose jersey is that, Terry? Is there a 32 or is that just a
Well,
random?
this is a
NC State.
team jersey. That's what it's about. It's not about one individual. It's about a team that comes together like Lincolnton State did against Auburn. That's right. That's right.
Listen to it.
You want
It's
to comment
tough.
on the
It's
other
tough
game
when you're
that's
playing
Have they had a good
Texas A&M.
Barkley?
They'll beat Texas A&M, I'm telling
who?
you. North Carolina State will.
At what sport?
Jimbo Fisher had a loss his first trip back at Texas A&M.
Oh, wait, you're talking about the bowl game. I thought you were talking about basketball. I was like,
Oh,
maybe bowl game.
all I gotta say about Keats, y'all, is Keats is 4-1 against top 10 teams. So Duke, Carolina, beware.
I don't know who printed these out. Oh, this must have been Tim's notes. I was like, where are these notes from?
You know what, Terry? I'm just going to let you ride high right now. You did beat Auburn. Yeah, it's Christmas time. I'm not going to.
You know what?
do anything.
We're staying. The biggest thing. No, they're not wrong. There's the deal.
NC State is not.
And here's your big deal with this, and this
I knew
stuff
that.
that bothers me. State comes in here. What, Auburn was 9-1. State was 9-1. So you're playing each other. Auburn's ranked 7th. Who in the world's heard of Auburn in basketball? Nobody.
Listen, Terry, you know how this works.
I'm about to say.
Yeah, like way back, baby. Let's go back into the.
Let's not disrespect Charles.
Oh, you need to turn your mic on. That's why.
There it is.
There it is. Yeah, gotcha.
Now.
Go ahead.
No, aren't you the one that always says tradition never... You say all those Belmont sayings?
Yeah, I do. But when you only have one player that comes through your school, okay, you know, I mean,
I'm sure there's more, but I
but
mean...
don't get me wrong. I think
It's like a top 10
big
power
kid that
forward
we
ever.
had, Dunbar. I think if he would play his game, he's a good player.
That Wiley kid, like, you know, I mean, he only plays 20 minutes a game, but he's super efficient.
Wait.
But when you're watching North Carolina State play,
Did you really just say when you only have one player come through your program and who is NC State produced in college basketball?
we can name a few from North Carolina State that made it in the NBA.
I'd say at least 2 could qualify as really good.
2. Okay. 2.
Okay, go ahead. David Thompson.
And Googs.
Goose. Okay, what about Thurl Baylor, who played
Speaking of Googs, did you know he
13
was
or
on
15
the
seasons
original
in the
Green team
NBA?
and got hurt and couldn't play, and they added
If you say Michael Jordan,
it wasn't Jordan. It was one of the later. It wasn't Leitner, and then it was one of the later ads. It might have been Mullen or it wasn't Pippen either. It was one of the later ones. They weren't even supposed to be on the team either.
Well, anyway,
I'll look that up in a second.
I brought that up, Terry, because it's like you can't just slim over them just because they produce one player. That one player also is considered one of the greatest power forwards of all time. So
I thought Rodney Monroe would be better than he ended up.
Yeah, you know, I mean, there's a few of them that did make. Now, Thurl Bailey.
Thurl Bailey's a good
There you
player.
go. He produced 13 to 15 seasons in the NBA.
the guy now, what's got kids now that the NC State paid to come.
Dennis Smith.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's good.
They'll take him.
Yeah. They got a couple. Auburn, yeah, is Barkley?
Yeah.
I think the thing
I
that
know
a
he
lot
went
of
to Auburn. I
people,
mean, he's the only one. Seems like
Well,
somebody else.
he's definitely the biggest one.
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna say, he's
it's not
the
even
most
close.
well known. But they've had a good team since Bruce Pearl's taken over.
yeah, they have.
So they might be doing. They might be.
That
on
was a
the
plus
rise.
for them. I agree with that.
Yeah,
I'm not taking anything away. The only thing I regret is when you're an ACC school.
Is that what Pearl's at? Auburn.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
basketball coach.
Think of the ACC. Most time ACC gets a little bit more of a credit for basketball than the SEC.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that
100%.
bothers me when I'm looking at the poll and all of a sudden, here's Buffalo.
Buffalo's good, man.
Yeah, but they got trounced last night.
They did.
Yeah, they got wiped
they
out.
play?
They're still a
last
good team.
night. They got beat by 18.
Who'd they play?
They played Marquette, which Marquette's ranked 20th.
Yeah, it's another good team.
But that one guy for them,
Big
Howard,
Yeah, well, quite
the Howard kid from there scored 52 on them.
Yeah.
So, that's what the people got to look at North Carolina State, because when they was judging North Carolina State, everybody said, okay, they played good defense, going to take them a while to get over it. But North Carolina State can throw three guys out there that can score. I mean, Johnson can score, Beverly can score, and now Devin Daniels is out there, the transfer from Utah.
Yeah.
He can score.
Yeah.
And when you're playing and you play the defense that North Carolina State's going to play, hey, that's going to make it tough on anybody. And Keats come out of that game 4-1 against top 10 teams. The only team he lost to was last year when he split with Carolina. He won one and lost one.
Yeah.
So I will say this. I personally think, and I think we've said the same thing about college football too, I think it's almost too early to start ranking these teams.
Oh, there's no point.
It's
Well,
almost too
State,
early.
they gave State no credit because they said, well, you got all these transfers, how y'all going to play together, et cetera, et cetera. But
Which I
I
understand.
have a hard time when I look in there and I see an Auburn ranked all the way up to number 7. I mean, what puts you at number 7?
It's Auburn. No, I was about to say Auburn is not the highest ranked. They were second highest ranked.
Maybe
SEC
Auburn needs
team.
to quit playing ACC schools. Huh, there you go, the only 2 losses they have.
Well, Terry, if they didn't play ACC schools, you'd be saying, oh, well, they better
that's
come play
right.
some ACC
Well,
schools.
that's exactly right, and they played them when they won.
And it's the same thing in college football. If you want a strong strength of schedule, you better play some SEC football.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just how it works. ACC, though, it's crazy to think just how dominant it is this year. Not only with because even NC State, like you said, they're not ranked.
No,
and they
not
went
ranked.
out there and had a hard-fought game against the number 7 team in the nation in Auburn. Okay, Duke is on a tear. They've still only got one loss to them. North Carolina beat the team that beat Duke. So if we do that right, like how you like to do the at game, I mean, does that mean North Carolina is better than Duke? I mean, I don't know.
How is Terry talking about the rankings? Y'all want to explain to me how Gonzaga is ranked ahead of North Carolina this week?
This is what's funny is I was at the gym this week and a buddy of mine said, okay, so the after the garbage out. What? No, I resent that.
Meeting girls?
No. Well, I was in. Anyways, I was in there, and he said, "So, what do you think the rankings are going to be when they come out?" It was Tuesday, and they come out on Tuesdays. I said, "I don't know." He said, "What are they going to do with North Carolina and Gonzaga?" I said, "Well, if it was me, I would put North Carolina 8, Gonzaga 9." Well, they reversed it and put Gonzaga 8, North Carolina 9. And I said, how do you do that? How do you do? They just beat them, and it was a pretty handy beating.
Yes, it was.
I know it wasn't like a huge 50-point blowout like Duke's been doing at all those Ivy League schools.
There you go.
But
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with
Nothing
what
wrong.
Duke's doing because they're beating them like they should.
Yeah.
Beating them by 40 and 50 points. That's what you should do.
yeah.
But the problem I have with it, when you step back and you say, okay, give me the top teams that Duke has played, you're going to say Auburn, and you're going to say Gonzaga, and they lost to one. And
They
Auburn
picked
played
Kentucky
them.
at the beginning of the year.
I don't really take Kentucky. I think Kentucky's really overrated. And
That's a
find
good
out
one.
which I know they play today.
Yeah, 5-15. That's a weird tip. Oh, it's a weird tip off time.
I mean, I had one guy he is not a Duke fan, but he's not a State fan or Carolina fan either. He pulls for Clemson. But, yeah, and he says, well, he said Duke should beat them like that. When you got all that talent, Yale should never play Princeton. You know, Duke did struggle with Army in the first half when they played against them, but then they blew them out in the second. You know, and that's the problem that you're going to come up to when you start facing stout competition. Okay, your record looks good, but you know, Clemson, and this is what really got him, because I told him the same way. Clemson used to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. Clemson would play the same teams that Duke is playing and have a great non-conference, and then when they got to conference, they couldn't succeed on account of these guys did not know how to play together. That's not going to happen to Duke. Duke's too good. They got too many good guys that can change that. But will Duke go undefeated? No, we all know that. That's not going to happen.
Well, here's the thing
ACC.
with Duke now is, well, now everybody in the ACC since the Gonzaga game has seen the blueprint it takes to beat Duke. You out-rebound them, and you play defense. Duke doesn't like a team that plays defense. These young guys, they don't like a team that plays hard-nosed defense. That's what Gonzaga did, and Gonzaga took it to the paint and got, what was it, Williamson in foul trouble towards the end. They had to take him out. So if you can attack the big men, because their two leading scorers are Barrett and Williamson, and they're both the bigs. Well, one of them's a small forward. Wing. But still. Yeah. They take him to the block and they get him down there and get him in foul trouble. That's kind of like the new blueprint to beating Duke. The hardest part is executing it, and the defense part, especially because of how prolific Williamson and Barrett are at scoring. They can both go out there and get 30 apiece like it's nothing.
I will give Duke credit against Texas Tech the other night. And when Williamson did foul out, I said, uh-oh, this might be something. But Barrett took control of the game, and that's what he did.
See, the only thing,
And Jones.
The only thing about all this is it's, the first 10, 15 games of the season, and they're freshmen. So, yeah, you might have a blueprint right now, but they're only going to get better. I mean, really, they're going to play tougher teams. They're going to. I mean, they will. They'll get more acclimated to college. These are guys that played. R.J. Barrett is probably the most. He's the most used to this competition because he played for the Canadian national team. I mean, Zion Williamson was playing AAU and high school ball. So was Cam Reddish. I mean, those are the only. I mean, like I say, R.J. Barrett is a guy who has seen higher competition, who's played in bigger games. Like, I listened and watched some stuff about him. His dad has always moved him up competition-wise. He's always wanted him to play harder competition, and that obviously is helping you right now because you're more ready for, you're ready to be on an ACC team, on a team that's going to compete for a national championship from the get-go. It was a team that are they better than Fat Five? Blah blah blah. That doesn't. None of that stuff really. None of that stuff really matters right now.
You don't think Duke falls?
Oh no, they'll lose a couple more games.
No, I meant like you don't think Duke falls. And I'm trying to make a comparison like the other blue blood is known to do. Like how Kentucky, they bring in all these big stars, and then they kind of, when it comes tournament time, it's just like.
Well, Kentucky, a couple years ago when they had, Karl Anthony Towns and all those guys, they literally had two lineups and they would just platoon swap.
That was the year everybody was saying they were supposed to go undefeated.
And they didn't.
The table, and then they got to the tournament, and then.
Ultimately they didn't. Yeah. That's the thing is. Coach K and Coach Cal are two very different coaches. I think Coach K is trying to get them to play like an NBA game. They play.
Wanting them to pay for money.
The problem I have with them is this is your one-shot deal. How many of them guys who are over there now at Duke will go to classes the second semester? So you don't have to. Yeah. You can be done if you passed your first one, buddy. You succeeded to go on.
Merry Christmas. All right, a couple of news and notes on stuff. But to piggyback off what both of y'all are talking about, you're right on the part that as far and you both are on them being freshmen and it's early. And you're both right on the experience-wise with Barrett, who he's played, and Zion, who he's played. If you ever watched any of the Zion Williamson highlights, he was dunking on dudes like us and pushing us out of the way and stuff. So, with that said.
Not to take away from his talent.
The defense, because you got to think, 99.9% of college basketball players aren't going to make it to the NBA and don't have the ability or the skills. Right. So what can they do? They can play defense and be athletic. So this is probably the first time Zion Williams has ever seen like real defense in his life.
Exactly.
Because not only that, not just the competition wise, but. They don't play defense either. They're trying to get on highlights.
Exactly.
So you're not playing defense in that either. So this is his first 10 games of his life he's ever seen defense. So
exactly.
That's a little bit tough. And so it's gonna be interesting to see
what you just said. Making highlight reels. I can't remember who I saw put the tweet out, but they said if we let these kids come out of high school and go and play overseas,
Mark Cuban.
Yeah, it was Mark Cuban. Yeah, it was Mark Cuban that said that. He said
You want to go play in like
overseas.
Slovenia and stuff like that.
Yeah, he said they would be better for the game instead of just trying to learn how to mix videos together to make highlight reels.
He's right. I mean, because they'd be working over there, and they'd be like, "Hey, play basketball or go home."
Yeah, and they would be like, "Hey, this team out here is actually going to play defense against you because they're trying to win."
I mean, you're also over there. I mean, you might have, your trainer might say, "If he dies, he dies." So let's. He looks serious about that.
Yeah.
Another point I want to make before we get to the rankings and get out of here. Roy Williams, an 8-year deal.
Yes.
How old is him and Coach K going to coach? How many millions of dollars do they have to make? Like, when are they going to be happy? At what point are they just like, you know what, I made enough, let's go to the beach, man? Like,
I think it's a lot like,
you just get addicted to making all that money?
Think about, like, Jerry Moore when he was at App.
Right.
How often do you really think he was at practice? How much do you really think he did at practices? I think that's what it is more than anything. They're almost it's almost like they get to, like, you know how you let veteran players sort of figure things out themselves.
Right.
You let those coaches have just done it so long, they know what they need to do, and they have good enough assistant coaches in place where they can let them run the practice.
If I'm 76 years old and I have $1 million, that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything that I can get fired at.
And here's the thing too with that, they also have to look and say, well, who's available if we don't keep him on for a while? There's no guarantee that we could even make a run at Brad Stevens.
Wait, Hubert Davis is sitting right there?
I know Hubert Davis is sitting right there, but I don't know if Roy Williams or the
you really want Hubert Davis to take over?
Or the athletic. I don't know if they look at him
No
and say,
difference than Matt Doherty.
And Matt Doherty did great because his recruits won a national championship.
He did.
Bill Guthridge's recruits were dog awful when they all transferred when Doherty got there, and they left him out dry. Doherty was not that bad at all, and I think he got railroaded.
I love the Doherty years personally.
Well, I know you do. He was playing with kids that couldn't play at Carolina.
But these kids that he brought in and ended
the
up
2005 national championship team was his team.
That was his team.
Yeah.
The McCants and everybody.
Yeah. And Raymond Felton.
Rashad McCants.
McCants won that championship for him.
And we're not going to say anything about
Fatty Tooth kept throwing balls off the. Him and the other one, Sean May and Kenny Meeks are the greatest at missing their own shots and patting their own rebounds.
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman used to do that.
You know who's close to doing that now too?
Who's that? Does he?
Because I want you to think about it. I cannot stand it when I hear people. And it's so funny because, like, I talk so bad about Luke May, and he's probably a great kid. It has nothing.
He's a friend of the
he's a friend of the show. Yeah, name drop, friend of the show. But I'm just saying, like, I feel bad because, like, I watch him play. I'm not a fan of his game. I'm not. He's undersized for the position. He's not fast off the floor. Anybody that's bigger and more athletic than him, he just gets dominated. But for some reason, he still comes out with like 32 points a game, and I'm like, what?
He's Tyler Hansborough that goes to class.
He's a better shooter than Tyler Hansborough. But he couldn't be Hansborough's ping pong game.
No.
He's not going to make it in
He
the
can beat him on spelling bee, though.
I think he's just going to be another one of those good college basketball players.
That's exactly what it is.
What he has.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with
All
that.
right, we got to go to the break, but here's the rankings real quick, some surprises and whatnots. If you haven't been listening to college basketball in a while, I'm gonna say some names you're like,
Which we don't blame you because football is still going on.
Kansas won, everybody used to that name. Duke 2, everybody used to that. Tennessee's 3, Michigan 4. So there's you two right there.
I'm saying people need to watch Michigan. Michigan pretty darn good, and they play great defense.
Virginia 5, and then the surprise of everyone, probably the Nevada, the best wolf pack in the nation.
Wolf Space Pack.
The best wolf in the nation.
The Martin brothers are there.
Bruce Pearls, Auburn Tigers 7, Michigan State, Gonzaga 8, 9, Carolina 10, all those flip-flopping there. Florida State, Texas Tech 10, 11, 12, all there in the rankings.
Excuse me. You know what stands out to me, though, just looking at that? How many ACC schools are in the top 15? Virginia Tech, Florida State, North Carolina, Virginia, Duke. And even NC State. I'm not saying they need to be top 15. I'm just saying, like, they only have one loss.
They beat a top 10 team.
They did. They beat a top 10 team.
They got votes in the AP, and they got some. And they got some
votes.
26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31st, Terry.
Yeah, and that's crazy. I'm sorry. This reminds me of your college football when you don't know how to rank teams. Okay, so you had to go out there and beat Auburn to prove that we should be there. They played a Wisconsin team that they should have beat.
Wait.
We led for 30-some minutes in that game.
Jerry, you got to remember though. They just beat Auburn. The new rankings won't come out.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
But I mean, when
this is
Wisconsin,
subject to change.
When we played Wisconsin, we should have been ranked then.
Yeah. This is subject to change. So I believe you guys will be in.
All right, it's time for a break. JP, you ready? No. JP, you ready? Okay.
All right.
Yeah. I've got. Someone text me one morning and tell me to bring the stupid
Nerf gun?
I've got like 12 of them sitting in the house. Little bitty ones too.
Are they sticky ones or just like Nerf darts?
Both.
Ooh,
So
you got to bring the section cup one.
So I've got those little ones
You got
that
to.
you can put
Yeah.
3 in at a time. They're just little shit. Every single one of those could have one, and we
right.
could all fire at JP. All right. Hey, JP. Good morning.
You realize there's a window right here and nothing would happen to
Nah,
me.
but it might scare you if you ain't paying attention.
Yeah, it's enough noise.
You have to realize it'll make us feel a whole lot better. We'll be right back in just a minute on KTC Broadcasting.
It's time to play at the Green Meadows Golf Course on Kelly Road in Mount Holly. Play and ride Monday through Friday for $25. Weekends just $30. Seniors ride and play Monday through Friday for $20. And every Wednesday is Ladies' Day. Ladies play and ride for just $15. So make your tee time now by calling the Green Meadows Golf Course, 704-827-9264. Green Meadows Golf Course, 957 Kelly Road in Mount Holly.
Cleveland County's premier Buick GMC dealer is Renato Buick GMC, located at Renato Auto Mall on East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Come in now and take a test drive in your new Buick or GMC. Right now, drive away in a new 2019 Buick Encore at 20% off MSRP. You save over $5,300. And it's Denali season. Get up to over $12,000 in savings on the 2018 GMC Sierra 1500 four-wheel drive crew cab with the Denali Ultimate Package. Come in for all the details at Renato Buick GMC, located at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
Attention homeowners. With more buyers than sellers, now is the perfect time to sell your home. For over 25 years, Moss Realty has known there is more to selling your home than placing a sign in the yard. To sell your home in days, even hours, trust the hometown specialist at Moss Realty. Satisfied customers have voted Moss Realty Best of Gaston the last 2 years.
Hi, I'm Warren Moss. When you're buying or selling your home, call the professionals at Moss Realty or visit mossrealty.com. Moss Realty, your hometown specialist.
Rock your way with Ace and enjoy the ultimate racing experience. See Ferguson's Ace Hardware in Cherryville for all the details. And enjoy concerts for a year and the top NASCAR races across the country. Go to raceatace.com or musicatace.com. And now at Ferguson's Ace Hardware, the Grommet, the newest member of the Ace family with up-and-coming products including tools, gadgets, problem solvers, and design innovation. All at Ferguson's Ace Hardware, Highway 150 East in Cherryville.
Hi, Daddy. Hi, Marge. Hey, what's that? Oh, that's our new Coyote tractor. John picked it up today. Isn't it beautiful? Well, yes, but it's going to help us get all those jobs done around here. Well, that's great, but... And with Coyote, we get the industry's best warranty. Okay, looks great, works hard, the best warranty, but why? Why is a Coyote tractor in our living room, and why is John snuggled up next to it? He's in love.
Coyote, love your tractor. Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vale. Cleveland County's premier Buick GMC dealer is Renato Buick GMC, located at Renato Auto Mall on East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Come in now and take a test drive in your new Buick or GMC. Right now, drive away in a new 2019 Buick Encore at 20% off MSRP. You save over $5,300. And it's Denali season. Get up to over $12,000 in savings on the 2018 GMC Sierra 1500 four-wheel drive crew cab with the Denali Ultimate Package. Come in for all the details at Renato Buick GMC, located at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
It's time to order your wings for your holiday parties from Whiskey Mill Bar and Grill in Gastonia. Get them any way you like. They feature award-winning wings to 100% Black Angus burgers. You get good food, good times, and great music, plus a full bar too, with a friendly staff eager to serve you. Whiskey Mill Bar and Grill, 201 West Pennsylvania Avenue, downtown Bessemer City. Open 7 days a week.
'Tis the season to save, now through December 31st at Classic Ford Lincoln in Shelby. It's the Built for the Holiday sales event. Yes, it's the most wonderful time of the year to buy a new Ford. Right now, take $8,500 off the new 2018 Ford Edge and take $8,000 off the new 2018 Ford Fusion, plus a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles on sale. Yes, 'tis the season to save during the Ford Holiday Sales event going on now at Classic Ford Lincoln, located on the Classic Corner, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, online at classicfordofshelby.com. IW Med Spa, offering luxury services with small town charm, located on Main Street in downtown Cherryville. The staff and management of IW Med Spa wants to take this time to wish you a very Merry Christmas from their family to yours. And in 2019, you're invited to drop by IW Med Spa to start your wellness journey. For more information, visit the website at iwmspa.com or give them a call at 704-435-1837. But best of all, drop by their spa at 110 East Main Street, downtown Cherryville. And again, Merry Christmas from IW Med Spa in Cherryville.
And welcome back to Saturday Morning Sports Talk. You on the studio ready?
Yeah, we're ready, JB. I guess
there's some snark in that, boy. There's some snark in that one.
We can hold that one over.
JP, let's talk about Syracuse.
We were, we were ready. We were discussing New Year's shooting, right, Terry?
Yes.
We were discussing New Year's shooting.
There was a shooting?
Not even New Year's. Yeah, that's a pre-planned shooting that everybody knows.
Just be talking about this on air, guys.
Gosh.
Good
yes.
Lord.
That was you. That was all you. We. There's no we. We's plural. That's why. And we used to be in school and everything, and the teachers would say, "Kevin, y'all stop talking." Who's y'all? I'm not plural. Are you plural?
Guilty by association.
Yeah, that's what it used to be. Kevin, y'all stop talking.
That's what all the kids tell me when they come in there. I don't know why she picked me out. Everybody was talking, but it was me.
Yep.
Maybe you are consistent, Dave.
You're consistent. Speaking of consistent, how about them Celtics, Terry?
They still got to get it figured out.
Listen. Y'all
Well,
y'all were the
like
third best
10-game win streak or something.
We was on an 8-game. We lost 3.
Nobody's getting through Toronto. You just give it up. It's Toronto Warriors. You guys enjoy the rest of the regular season.
I wouldn't do that. We've seen Toronto falter before.
Toronto didn't have Kawhi Leonard, and they didn't have Danny Green.
Yeah, they win. They win without him. They don't need him.
Well, I mean,
he never plays back to back.
Yeah.
Never plays back to back. He's like, forget it.
25-9, best record in the East is up north.
And how bad we are, we're not that far behind.
Y'all are in the 5 spot.
I know.
I told you, Terry, Kyrie is going to be a problem with that selfless team from last year. The way they played with Rozier running the point. The Hornets, with 2 wins, have moved up into the 6th spot. Them and Detroit and Miami, the one of the wins against Detroit, so that kind of put them in that spot, which was last night. Them, Detroit, Miami, and Orlando are all kind of going back and forth right there. It's like Washington can't getting traction, Hunter. Real quick, Terry.
Yeah, real quick. Be careful, Boston, coming up, because without Bayless now, we really have no guy, and Horford not playing consistently. Be careful Boston don't make a move when this trade deadline comes up for another big guy to go in the middle.
Y'all need to trade for Dwight Howard. What y'all need to do?
Oh, Lord.
You know who they're talking about you're going to trade for. The one that LeBron is, for some reason, not tampering.
Yeah.
He's saying he's going to get. He's trying to get.
And you do not think that Davis wouldn't say, hey, I'll go to Boston. He's got a lot more help there than he would out in L.A. I mean, don't get me wrong, LeBron's good, and he's made the Lakers good. I'll give him that credit. They're in the number 4 spot. They got a better,
the
talk
is that Boston has got better assets to put up for trade.
Yeah, they still have all those first-round picks.
Yeah, they got all the first-round picks. They've got some young talent. Because their roster's stacked at this point, there's just a rotation problem. You never know who you need to play for how many minutes. And
Terry, who would you want to give up for Anthony Davis right now? Give me like 3 or 4 guys and a pick.
Well, see, I'm very tentative because I think I would go Smart. I like Smart to a point that he is a guy that can get everybody else motivated.
You say Smart is your Draymond.
That's exactly what I was
saying.
Why would I just trade Hayward and Horford?
I've always said Hayward.
Hayward's gone because he's never part of that team last year, and you already have the young wings.
Yeah, I was going to say Hayward's gone because Jason Tatum's turned out.
Do you not think that we're going to be okay if we trade those 2 guys to Davis?
Yeah, I would offer Hayward and Horford and see what they say.
I don't think I'd trade those 2 guys in a first-round pick for him. Now.
That's what you're going to have to do, though.
Yeah, you're going to have. That's what they're going to offer back.
They said they wouldn't even take Beyonce for Anthony Davis, Terry. That you don't have to throw in some first-round picks.
Oh yeah, I don't
know how good her crossover is, but
it's real good. It's real good. So, what are you talking about?
So the Hornets are 7.5 out. I can say some. I don't want to get on the Queen Bee. So the Hornets are 7.5 out. And they're the 6th seed, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they were in the West,
they wouldn't even be in it.
They would be the next to last in the West.
Yeah.
The 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14th seed Timberwolves out of 15 are 8 games out in the West.
Weren't the Timberwolves like the 3rd seed like 2 weeks ago?
The Wolves are what 13th? No, 14th. I said.
Yeah.
They're only 8 games out of the 1 seed. They're only 3 games out of the 8th seed, and they're in their 14th. That's how deep the West is. The West, the Timberwolves in the East would be the 10th seed right now. Right behind Orlando, so they would move up 4 spots there.
But I mean, the competition they would play, they would obviously have a better record.
If the Hornets were
Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
If the Hornets were out west, they would be the 9, 10, 11, 12th seed right now.
Yeah.
I was looking at the Hornets schedule. Coming up in the next little bit is going to be the easiest part of their schedule. They'll be playing a lot of Eastern Conference teams here in the middle of the pack. They end their season, guys. Y'all need to go look at the last 10. It's a murderer's row. 7 out of 10 on the road, and I think 5 or 6 of them were on the West Coast.
Yeah,
it's nothing but good teams.
Is Charlotte hosting the like an NCAA tournament, something like that this year? That'd be the only reason I think that they would. Yeah, but still, like you're talking about the last 10 games. That's going to be in April.
Yeah. Not sure, Carson.
That would be the only reason I would think that they would. Yeah, that they would.
I know
what
they are hosting this year.
The All-Star Game.
All-Star Game.
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally. Michael's gonna have a good time. We were talking about.
Yeah, he is.
We were talking about where everybody's gonna stay when they come. When they come, you know, Charlotte barely hosts the CIAA. They're about to have the world come into town.
Yeah, they're gonna shut down Uptown. Like there's
77 is not gonna be able to move. That's gonna be insane.
North Carolinians, just stay off the road. You know what? Just
people in Charlotte.
To the tourists
people in Charlotte already can't drive.
Happen? Every Uber driver in 2 states is gonna flood Charlotte.
They're gonna make bank.
And the ones that don't know Charlotte that come in from other towns and they're going to be 77.
Or they're going to go the wrong way down half those one-way streets in Uptown.
I hate that.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Atlanta's about the same.
There's going to be some mess.
It is. I hate that, dude. One-way streets.
That's bad we're talking about daggone streets, you know, and that is a terrible spot, 77. You got 485, I think that was the most dramatic thing that Charlotte ever did.
Well, they weren't even smart enough to make that 4 lanes all the way around.
But the 77 part is terrible, guys.
Oh, yeah, no, it is.
You know that. If y'all been over there.
Oh, I don't go on 77.
Move.
You don't go on 77.
Well, they finally have the light rail where you can go from University down to the, city area. But other than that.
That's still not. It's not enough.
It's not enough. That's what's been the knock.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but
this is an infrastructure.
We're talking about All-Star Game. And see, I was about to flip it around before I was interrupted, Terry.
I was about to say
passive aggressive.
That's been, but no, I'm kidding.
That's the Hornets are in first, by the way, in their division.
There it is.
The only team with a winning record.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
that's been the knock on Charlotte as a city for hosting these large
The Super Bowl. That's why they're not going to get the Super Bowl for 10, 20 more years.
We don't have the infrastructure for it, and we don't have. That's why. That's why they're pushing for so much infrastructure to be built. Yes. They want to bring stuff to Charlotte.
The NFL is getting to a point, and if you'll notice, you can go on the magical internet. And there's websites and feeds dedicated.
It's a series of tubes
dedicated to where you can go and look, where you can go and look at the empty seats in the stadiums.
Yeah,
college football is really bad as far as empty seats. If your team's not any good, I mean, it's just thousands of empty seats.
Did you see some of these bowl games that were being played?
Yes.
So they were empty. How they made the money to even give it?
And
that's what
I'm getting to the point. That's what I'm getting to.
Yeah,
Hunter, is that the TV money is so big.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking at a different metric or a different way to look at this, to where, when you say, well, could the Panthers move? And you say, well, could they move to a smaller town? Well, smaller towns are in play now because of the TV contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo's no longer
market doesn't. Yeah,
you can build
a small.
What if you build a small stadium like the Chargers are playing in, and then put on top of it nothing but the luxury boxes? Wouldn't that be better or more? Then you would get the fans could come in that can afford it, and they could stay outside, and the rich people can sit in the middle area. I'm out flare top Terry there.
I have a set of words.
He does. He's got the belt on, but calm down.
But and follow me here. I'm getting really crazy here in a second. But anyway, what I'm getting at is that these small town markets are changing. So that's why when you hear Tepper say something like, well, maybe we could put a stadium in the Carowinds area and not actually downtown. But why would they do that unless the money wouldn't matter as far as that?
It would be all the space, I would have to imagine.
Also, when they come on TV and tell us 2 states, 1 team. So when they come on TV and ask for taxes, is South Carolina going to pitch in on this one this time?
I hope so.
But
I don't think they will.
I don't think they will. I don't think they're going to volunteer for that. So my other thing is,
what they should do is do it like Carolina. You guys have half in South Carolina and half in North Carolina.
So you guys are
that won't make any problem.
The 50-yard line. The 50-yard line right at
on the state line.
So how about this?
Create problems at all.
I know, right? Different taxes on different sides.
Yeah.
You pay for that side.
I'm gonna go to South Carolina to buy beer, and I'm gonna come back over here to buy pretzels.
This side of the stadium, the South Carolina side of the stadium will sell gas.
Yeah, they will.
Sell gas.
But think about it. Carowinds gets away with it. They don't really.
So here's where I'm going with that. So Tepper, we got 1 state, 1 team.
Yeah.
We got Tepper. Maybe you don't want to go to Raleigh. But what if he did want to give South Carolina, that, hey, you guys are involved? And I keep saying this, and you laugh at me. But they have the hotel infrastructure for All-Star games, Super Bowls, Pro Bowls. Pro Bowls, too. We're the Myrtle Beach Panthers, boys. As soon as they pass gambling, where's it going? Myrtle Beach.
Or you could.
You're looking at the Myrtle Beach Panthers maybe in about 10 years. I'm telling you.
Think about the way that the Jaguars and all those other teams have basically given up home games to play in London.
Right. They're tarping the upper deck. Redskins are too right now.
And that's the thing is, if you've got a decent enough stadium in Myrtle Beach. Why would you not split it up maybe 4-4 in Bank of America and Myrtle Beach?
Because what matters now? What if Myrtle Beach says, and Charlotte says, we're not doing any tax money, and Myrtle Beach says, we'll give you $1 billion.
Oh yeah.
Then,
no, David Tepper is a businessman. He's not going to turn down that.
There's plenty of land down there.
Didn't you send us a little? It was like a little fun side note. That was like Charlotte, the Spectrum Center, and Bank of America voted the worst.
That was my next on my list.
Yeah.
So you're talking about the All-Star game, folks.
Yeah.
Charlotte and Spectrum Center, the ESPN's report. ESPN went through every sport, and they ranked worst to best every stadium in America as far as concessions cleanliness. Hornets and Panthers came in dead last in both the NBA and NFL. The same city, the only 2 pro teams we got.
Yeah,
dead last.
And the only way.
I think it was the Panthers was 65% of their concessions fail. And the Hornets is like 83% of their concessions.
Man, God. And the only way they make upgrades is with tax money. Yeah. Tepper's not like, I might pitch in, maybe.
That's a whole different subject. But when you're speaking of that, I saw that interviews and the stuff that people were doing. It makes you not even want to go to a ballpark and even eat.
Oh well, me working at a baseball field for 10 plus years at this point, I am very skeptical about ballpark food. I mean, not to say that like Sims is gross or anything. Like they've, compared to a lot of places, it's not bad at all. But it's suspect.
It's only ever as good as whoever's working.
Exactly.
And if the people working don't care, or someone in the establishment doesn't care. I went shopping yesterday for some Christmas things, and here's an example. And I'm not going to say where I was or whatever, but the store, it seemed like was shorthanded first of all, because I was in the shoe section for 25 minutes waiting on someone to go get me a shoe, and no one ever came. So I asked one guy who was walking through, and he said, "I'll go ask the manager." 10 minutes later, he came back. "Manager ever help you?" "No." So they had 2 registers and then 2 other people in the store, and this store is about the size of like Dick's or something. It's like a big department store. So there's kids running around crazy. Nobody can get a shoe, and finally the lady come and help me get the shoe. So she comes to get the shoe. Says, "What size?" Is like 2 for my son, and she walks through the door, and she flips the light on. So this whole time, there's not like anybody's like been in the back or working back here. There's been nobody around.
Yeah,
20-something minutes in the shoe section, and what I'm saying, the management. It is about how much somebody cares, and if you don't want to send somebody back there, and especially the food industry. And I think a lot of the problem don't these teams like lease out a lot of these?
Oh yeah, it's Aramark and stuff like that.
Food
oh no. There is no nobody is hired by the Carolina Panthers to work in a concession.
Right.
Yeah. I went to a place, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because I went to a place also this past week, and we ordered our food, and our food's coming through the right way. People got their gloves on, the way it should be done. But the guy who takes my cup was over having to stand in line. He was next, and put the cup at his chin and was rubbing it around his chin. And pulled it back down and put it underneath the thing. Seriously, y'all, I sat there, and I'm like, you got to be kidding. That cannot be my cup. When he comes back over and he sets it in front of me, and I look at him and I said, I am not drinking that. Well, he looked at me like I was crazy. Like, I said, no, man.
Did he not even know what he was doing?
I guess he does that
in the act.
Really?
That's why you use straws. That is why I
but you don't use straws. They're banned in California.
I'll drink through a soggy straw.
I did see a guy making my burger one time answer his cell phone while he was doing it. I was like, no, I'm not eating that one. I said, you probably answered that on the toilet. Same phone, buddy.
Anyway.
All right, back to the NBA.
Yeah.
All-Star Weekend here in Charlotte.
Reel it in.
Yeah, we kind of went off on a tangent here. And how we got there, ladies and gentlemen, was talking about how Charlotte does get the All-Star game and how our infrastructure is just
trash.
I am excited about be set up.
I'm excited about Charlotte getting the All-Star game.
Exactly.
I am.
So
it's going to bring a lot of money to the area. A lot of money to the area.
That's not why I'm excited. I'm just excited about seeing Hornets. I want to see what I would like to see them do.
Yeah.
Since it's Charlotte.
Right.
Now remember, stay with me.
You want them to do a Jordan thing?
No, well, that'd be nice, but whatever. Bring back the most entertaining part.
The jerseys.
No.
Oh, dang.
The mascot dunk contest.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. You just want to see Super Hugo.
Super Hugo and the gang started all this mess. Him and the Gorilla and all these guys back in the day, and the Timberwolves.
Dude, they have a 30 for 30 about that. Have you seen that?
No, I have not.
Yeah, it's about the Gorilla and how they talk about Super Hugo.
Yeah.
And just how that took
awesome. And they started all this. They had a dunk contest. Now they got into silliness, but everything that the guys do now with the help and everything, the mascot started that. Blake Griffin jumping over a car, that's total mascot.
First off, it was just the hood. He didn't jump over the whole car. That always bothers me. You jumped over the hood of a Kia.
He didn't jump over a Wrangler.
Calm down, Blake.
I said this. I can't do that.
But come on, man! I've seen people jump over whole cars.
At some point,
no,
I
could slide across it if it's buffed enough, and I'm wearing satin shorts.
How's a little league fence? 4 feet.
All right, dude, something like that.
Hey, man.
I could jump over those.
Hey, man.
So that's the limit.
Yeah, boy.
All right, Bo, dude.
Yeah, boy.
Sliding across the hood of a car. All right, Bo.
Listen, I have in my life slid across the
I'm just glad you took that route, not the satin shorts route.
Slide like Bo and Luke do. Believe it or not, there's a guy. You've seen plenty of General Lees around.
Oh yeah.
There's a guy over here.
It's almost like they just need to start rolling them out with that paint job.
There's a guy over here over in the Bessemer City area who has a kit.
Oh, that's actually
Knight Rider.
Yeah.
Does he have the flashing like the? Oh my lord!
I've seen
Is it the real one?
No.
Oh.
Yes, Hunter. Yes, Hunter. Mr. Feeney's sitting underneath the hood saying,
But you just think about it.
"Very good, Michael."
Mr. Feeney. I didn't think about that. I can tell Andre that's his favorite show ever is Knight Rider.
Really?
Oh, you cannot say nothing bad about Knight Rider.
God.
Yeah, those are fighting words. Don't miss fighting words.
Oh my lord.
Andre, meet me in the parking lot. Some words.
And so, well, I think my dad got he took his car to the shop one time back then when that show was on, and they gave him a Cadillac to drive for a couple of days. Yeah. And Terry, remember, they used to have cars when you open the door, the damn thing would say, "The door is ajar."
Yes.
The door is ajar. And so we thought, there was Kit's brothers in the Cadillac, but the only thing he could tell us was the door's ajar. And the door is ajar. I've never.
This is less advanced code.
Here's the question. It's back to sports.
Back to the NBA.
Back to the NBA. That's what. And back to the Charlotte Hornets because we're looking at their page right now.
Let's talk about the dunk contest.
Which I agree. We're talking about the All-Star game, so it all makes together. Does Kimba make the All-Star team?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he'll make it this year.
Oh yeah.
He won't have to.
Is it going to be a?
He is good. He's a top 5 point guard.
I think he's earned it this year.
He's a top 5 point guard. Not even really. Don't give me no side eye. He's a top 5 point guard.
Finishing in the East. If you finish that in the East, I'll let you have that.
In the East, top 5 point guard in the East. The East.
Well, I'll name some point guards that are better than Kemba Walker.
Go ahead. Right now.
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Steph Curry.
Yes.
Let's see who they list on here.
Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie. I have no problem.
I'm looking at the assist.
Can you not like double? Oh, you do have it.
And I know Carson ain't gonna like it, but I'm taking Kyle Lowry.
No.
They're.
I said
Chris Paul.
No. Chris Paul, but he just.
Yeah, I can go. I can get with Chris Paul.
Are you classifying Ben Simmons as a point guard?
He's a point forward.
John Wall.
Yeah.
I'm not taking.
If you can guarantee me that John Wall has not had to drink alcohol in 48 hours, I'll take Wall over Kimba. But right now, at this point, I'm just looking at pictures of him and how
I don't know, man. Drunk John Wall might be confident.
He's like, I'm going to.
God knows what that's capable of.
I'm going to the party.
A lot.
Here's what Wall is. Well, Wall is third in assists in the NBA.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense why the team is bad and everybody wants to say it's John Wall.
Oh, there's lots of reasons. At
the
end of every game, Scott Brooks says the same thing. We didn't play good enough defense. We got to improve. And what do? Play bad defense again.
Isn't that the NBA in general?
Is that their problem? Is that their major problem?
It's defense.
They don't show them enough on television for me to even comment.
Well,
so
thank God.
Thank God. So.
I don't think you'd want to at this point.
Well, you never know. Carson, I mean, back to that. He's got an argument there. Top 5 is very
top 5.
I don't know if I can do that, but anyway,
I was
close.
Ben Simmons as a guard.
He's a point.
He can't shoot it. He can't shoot it past 15 feet.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
how many threes in a game?
Damian Lillard.
Yeah, okay, I'm okay. That's 5.
Yeah,
that's 5 right there.
I'm not saying he's top 10. I'm just saying.
What do you call LeBron? I mean, he's basically a point guard.
The worst defender in the league is what I call him.
He is now. Well, and early in his career, he was really.
Maybe he's not the worst defender. He's the worst. He's one of the worst defensive efforts.
I was gonna say
effort-wise defensively. If he sees somebody. If he sees that he can make a play and get on SportsCenter, he'll do one of those blocks or something.
He's always gonna have his Hulk down block.
Isn't it funny how he'll block people from behind, but he won't block people from in front of him?
No, because
do we have any highlights of LeBron blocking anybody from the front?
Didn't he just get dunked on though
in his career?
No. He got blocked on a dunk.
Do you know
it was the 8th?
I remember a lot from behind.
Can you think of one LeBron dunk from the front?
Didn't he meet Tiago Splitter?
That's what it is. Thank you. It was in the finals. He got
Tiago Splitter.
He got Tiago Splitter at the rim. He said, "Meet me there, boy."
Good job, LeBron.
He said, "Meet me there" in Spanish.
Whatever that is.
Whatever that is. I don't know. I took French.
All right, so I was going to play the Wizards' defense. Let's see what if Carson's right. Yeah, 117 a game. They're second worst in the East in defense. So there you go. 112 on offense is 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth in the East on offense.
It doesn't really matter when you
fifth on
give
offense,
up more than you're scoring. Yeah,
fifth on offense, 13th on defense. They're giving up 117 on defense and scoring.
Wait. They're what on defense?
In the East,
in 13th in the East.
I thought you meant overall. I was like, that's not that bad.
It is. It is that bad.
It's in the East.
What's the overall?
Sorry.
What's the overall?
Oh, they're bottom 10.
Let's see.
Bottom
if you really want to know, I don't know. Why Hunter would want to be.
He wants to be even more sure how bad they are.
It's called educating myself on a team we don't watch.
Do they need to make a trade or just to play by the
blow it up?
No, they will.
Blow it up. Blow it up.
Okay, look. Okay, we get it.
I'm just saying, man. Your window.
The window's
LeBron left, and Boston is gonna be good for 10 years. Toronto is really good right now. What are they? I can't.
29.
Yes. Yes.
The last
we didn't think. Well, since they're 13th and East, 14th East, they'll probably make some 29th.
Yeah.
Next to last, most points in the NBA.
Well, see, this is what is so mind blowing is we just made a trade for a good defensive player.
He's not on the court. Hasn't played all year.
We just traded for Trevor.
He's
Ariza.
also like
we got rid of a young up-and-coming player in Kelly Oubre. And I'm like, why? Is Dwight coming back? He's got some.
Does it really matter?
Yeah, it does, because if he does come back,
I mean, he's a
it just adds. He's really good defensively.
He's good in the paint in a shooting.
Because Carson, they're giving up 129th. Come on.
He can only go
If he
up.
makes 2 stops a game, they can only go up from here. Yeah, if he makes 2 stops. Wait a minute. They're -5. So if Dwight scores 1 basket and blocks 1 shot a game,
they're -1.
-1. So
they're still
do one thing.
They still give up more than they score.
Keep talking that smack.
Hey man, I'm just saying, and he's gonna pull shots away from Bradley Beal because you know when you kick it down the post, he's not gonna put it back out.
Why would you kick it out?
Well, okay, I want to trade Bradley Beal. I feel like
blow
Bradley
the whole
Beal
team
is the
up,
cancer.
man.
I feel like Bradley Beal is the cancer.
Blow it up. Send John Wall to LA. Send Bradley
who was
Beal
on the
somewhere.
team first? Wall.
Yeah, and they were good.
And then Bradley Beal comes along and says, "Wait a minute now, I want to be the head honcho."
And then all of a sudden you go out here and you get Dwight Howard, and he says, "Nope, I don't want to be the head honcho."
He also is in there. When he comes back, they're going to start competing for a championship.
I got to make the playoffs to compete for a championship.
Well, maybe in hockey, not in basketball.
I'll tell you what, in the East, anything's possible. And you know it.
Well, no.
What do you think about it? We're just in
top
December.
Four.
We're just in December.
Your top 4 in the East is so much better than the bottom 4.
Washington will turn around and win 8 or 10 in a row.
I was going to say all they got to do is make the
and
playoffs.
get to lose in the first round.
Well, hey. And guess what? If they make the playoffs, it's an extension for Scotty.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Just blow it up, man. Just give it up.
He's there for one reason right now. They're trying to get Durant.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
That might be.
He's not going.
They should have gotten Durant instead of him going to Golden State.
No.
The whole
come home thing is overrated.
Tell LeBron that. He felt compelled.
I'm gonna tell you something else. Too. Speaking of LeBron, how many guys in the NBA, when this year's over with and LA has all this money, are going to elect to go to LA to be second fiddle?
Well, they've already talked about 3 of them. They're already talking about how Kawhi Leonard is still in play to possibly go to one of the 2 teams in Los Angeles. Anthony Davis, if they don't make a trade for him, is going to say,
nobody is going to play with
there.
him. Nobody. The only way they're getting anyone is through a trade. Has he ever had anyone come to his team? Have they ever signed a free agent?
Yeah, when he was in Miami.
They came together.
It was role players that they really added.
That's me and my buddy going somewhere. I'm saying, has he ever been somewhere?
He's ever pulled somebody.
DeMarcus Cousins. No one has ever done what DeMarcus Cousins just did with Golden State.
Took a pay cut and go play with
LeBron. Who says that? Who's done that?
No, you're right.
Who's true?
Because LeBron's good about getting his players played. Or players paid. Flip-flop that.
Tristan Thompson.
Yeah, he got Tristan Thompson paid, and now look at Tristan Thompson. You can tell he really ain't worth that money.
Averaging like 7 and 10.
When Kevin Love came, he was able to get, I know they're not under the same, obviously,
Kevin Love's
agency,
a lot better.
but Kevin Love was able to get paid. Kyrie was getting his money when LeBron came, because everybody's like, oh, wow, he's the number 2 to LeBron right now, but he's still really dang good. We got to throw our money towards him. So he's good about getting the guys he brings in paid. So no, they're not going to want to take a pay cut, because when they look at this, they say, dude, this is my chance. If I come here, there's a possibility with the success we have, they're going to look at me like, oh, I'm a big part of that, and they're going to throw some money my way. Because at the end of the day, it's a business. That's what they say about both sports. NFL, NBA, but at the end of the day, it's just a business.
It's all
whoever
business.
can get the money.
All right, we always talk about advanced statistics. I got some fuzzy math.
Oh, boy.
Fuzzy.
Here's my Dwight Howard fuzzy math of the day.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Here's how much better he is than the average center.
Jesus.
Or the average player.
I'm going to say, you better say average center, because the center is not the
Is
same.
dead.
I know, that's my point. Would you rather have a dead man, or would you rather have someone who averages 16 and 13? Now, look at this. Not even averaging those points. Looking at field goal percentages. And here's where the advanced statistics get you. 35% is the average NBA percentage right now in three-point percentage. Terry, in 1996, it was 37%. They were shooting better in 96 than they are now. Now they're shooting 29 more times in threes a game than they did then, and they were shooting better then. Now, the advanced math says at 35%, taking 50 shots on these games, okay, you hit 35%, you end up at 115 points. Dwight Howard last year set the Charlotte Hornets all-time record in field goal percentage at 56%. That would be 112 points. And that's an average year for Dwight, or a bad year if you look at his overall stats. So a bad to average year for Dwight scores the same number. If you shot every shot for Dwight, you'd get 112. If you shot every 3, on average, you'd get 115. So they're close right at it. But the mathematicians will say, that's why you shoot more threes, and you're right, because when you do on average the rest of the NBA, they would only get 92, because the rest of the NBA shoots 46%. Dwight shoots 10% higher than the rest of the NBA, and that's what I'm getting my point on Dwight. Yes, that game's different. Yes, it is. But if you put Dwight in for Cody Zeller and still run the same offense, your team's going to be better. What stiff you guys got playing center right now?
Gortat.
I don't know.
Gortat.
Yeah. And him and Wall don't get. Is it him and Wall that don't get along? Or
Yes.
him and Bill?
Wall hates Gortat.
When Wall was hurt last year, Gortat was like, you see what we can do when we don't have to worry about
Bill and
blah, blah, blah.
Gortat like each other. And Wall's the comedy dominator. I mean, last year.
They just jealous. They just jealous.
Hunter just wants to get rid of everybody with Wall now. I just want
John Wall's my favorite NBA player. I just hate that
When you
he's a
speak of
drunk.
Washington, do you ever say Gortat?
No. You speak of two. You speak of two. Beal and Wall.
Yeah.
You speak of two.
I do think they should probably just pick one and then just live with the consequences, and then just make the move and just build around the other. It's not that hard. Both of them
Who's
are
to
good
say
enough.
that you won't get a good return out of trading away either Beal or, God forbid, Wall?
Think about how many good point guards you could offer Charlotte. Wall,
L.A.
for Kemba,
L.A. Lonzo for Wall and some kickers.
You know it.
I'm not, but it would be. Remember these guys want to be buddies in the NBA. We're not talking about feelings.
They are. They do want to be buddy.
They want to be friends.
That's all. They all want to just be friends these days. No one hates each other anymore.
There's no Gilbert Arenas coming in the locker room with a gun anymore.
Well, it was more Javaris Crittenton, but yeah.
I mean, they all want.
Nobody's coming to shoot anybody over a poker game.
After the game, they're all like, "Hey, where are we going to eat after this?"
How many people in Stackhouse and Jordan punched over a card game over the years? I don't think that these kids today have no idea how to play poker. Probably.
It makes me so mad, but because they do want to, they put up a front that they're buddy, but all you hear is just behind the lines, and underneath there's turmoil in this locker room. And if you know where the source is, whether it's Beal, Wall, Gortat, multiple people, why don't you just move them? Because Beal and Wall, they're both going to bring you some good talent, whoever you trade for.
So, Hunter,
and then just, you suck anyways, get a draft pick, tank for Zion. I don't care.
Hunter, are you saying blow it up?
No, I'm not saying blow it up.
What's good about
what is with you and blowing stuff up today?
Hey, man. I'm just talking about the Wizards blow it up.
Here's why the Wizards are in a better position than the Hornets.
Yeah.
because if the Hornets trade Kemba, you don't have a superstar. The Wizards could blow it up, trade Wall or Bill for
and still
a couple
have
of picks, and then still have a team. I think you guys have to. It has to be a chemistry thing. And in fact, if Dwight can get back before the trade deadline, then move him and someone else, and then you guys can just rearrange the deck chairs, I guess is how you want to say that. I know, JP, I'm way past it. Looking at, I love this website or this page, NBA League averages. It tells you averages over the years, so you can kind of look back and so I can go all the way back to 1952 and compare the block averages to now, if anyone wants to know. This is cool.
Yeah, back when. Oh God.
So here's something interesting. We're going to talk about NBA bigger, faster, stronger. 1981, the average NBA player was 6'7", 205. Today, the average NBA player 6'7", 215.
Oh, they've been eating a little bit too much.
Let's see. It ranks.
Depends.
The NBA player has gained about 10. The NBA average since 1981 has not changed. It's been 6'7" every year since 1981. The weight has went up 10 pounds, basically. So, other than that, the sizes are the same on that.
Corn-fed boy.
And I read you the 3-point percentages. Points per game now, 110. That's the highest in NBA history. I think all the way back until the 80s. Before the 3-point line, that's the highest in 3-point era, actually. 1987, in the 80s, it was 110, 110, 110, 109, 108 in the early 80s. They were busting out 110s. All the way back into 78, 79, 110. And then nothing in the 70s. Everything was in the 115s in the 70s. And they didn't have 3-pointers. Think about how much they just ran up and down the court. They had to have.
Everything was breakaway offense.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, that's They played a lot faster. Yeah.
I mean, the field goal percentage are the same, 46%, and they scored
plays necessarily.
No, not like that. Like offensively, this is as advanced as the NBA has ever.
1970, field goal percentage was 46%. They did not have 3-pointers, Terry, right. And they scored more points a game then than they do now. By 6 points. 1970 shot the exact same 2-point field goal percentage, did not have threes, and scored 6 more points a game. So when you talk about the 3-point shooters, there's some advanced analytics. That was a team full of Dwight Howards. How about that? That would have been 56%, wouldn't it? And he would have been way better. I love it. All right, we got to go. We'll be back in just a few minutes. KTCBroadcasting.com.
Cleveland County's premier Buick GMC dealer is Renato Buick GMC, located at Renato Auto Mall on East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Come in now and take a test drive in your new Buick or GMC. Right now, drive away in a new 2019 Buick Encore at 20% off MSRP. You save over $5,300. And it's Denali season. Get up to over $12,000 in savings on the 2018 GMC Sierra 1500 four-wheel drive crew cab with the Denali Ultimate Package. Come in for all the details at Renato Buick GMC, located at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby. Now's the time to buy your new Kubota from Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Right now, pay 0 money down. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months. Come on in now for all the details. All for good on the Kubota BX Series, the Kubota B Series, the Kubota L Series, and the Kubota MX Series tractors. Again, 0 money down and 0% APR financing for 60 months. Get your new Kubota today at Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain. There's no one like you. And Pandora Jewelry is opening up all kinds of possibilities to show that to the world with the new open bangle. Beautifully crafted from sterling silver with new interchangeable end caps. You can mix, match, and even have the freedom to customize like never before. Shop the new open bangle from Pandora Jewelry now and do see the wonderful Pandora Jewelry. Available at Facet Foundry Jewelry Studios, 530 South New Hope Road, Gastonia. Online at FacetFoundryJewelry.com. Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. Come in now and save up to $1,200 on select GE Profile appliance packages, refrigerators, dishwashers, ranges, and microwave ovens. Let Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center put a package together for you. Again, save up to $1,200 on select GE Profile appliance packages. Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center, 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 3 on Saturday.
It's time to tee it up at Kings Mountain Country Club. Open to the public 7 days a week. Play and ride 18 holes Monday through Friday for $28. Play and ride 18 holes on weekends for $40. And seniors 55 and older can play and ride Monday through Friday for just $24. For your tee time, call 704-739-5871 for the Kings Mountain Country Club. 100 Country Club Drive in Kings Mountain.
What's up? Saturday morning sports talk. Kevin Hastings along with Hunter Yancey, Carson Dockery, Tex Terry Reinhardt, and John Prather. Actually, I just got a text message from Tim. Tim, if you're listening, I'll get back to you in a second. I think FedEx tried to bring it, and we've got a note here.
Yeah, I saw it on the door when I
think you can go pick that up in Gastonia. There's a note here, and I'll get to you here in a little bit. All right, FedEx just stopped by, so.
Yeah.
You know, shouldn't they be wearing hats like I'm wearing right now, the delivery drivers? Like LVers?
Well, they they have, like, there's a driver, and, like, now during this time of year they have, like, driver's helpers.
Do they?
So, yeah, they should have, the helper should have.
And the driver should have a Santa Claus.
That would so go. What is Santa's job?
There was a Santa at the Cherryville Walmart yesterday ringing the bell.
They should have L's because, Santa's the driver, then if they got an L. But, you know. What, Terry?
I prefer not.
You're not even there to accept your packages. What do you
Terry, you don't want to look outside and see a little man in a green suit running up your front door.
Look, there's Santa's elf bringing presents.
Yeah, it's a good way to keep fooling them.
I saw the other day, and I know it's raining.
Terry would just be looking at us windows and being like, "Oh my God!"
I know it's raining, but we're going in towards Lincolnton, and we're coming towards Tabalo. And there is a FedEx driver that stops.
It's Lincolnton.
Now I'm telling you, that stops in the middle of the road, clicks his flashers on, and he's running over to the left of the house. He runs back to the car. He jumps back in it, jumps out the other side, runs clean over here, and we're in a line of cars because he didn't pull in somebody's driveway.
Yeah.
Get out of the way.
Terry,
I mean, I have a hard time
Did you
with
just
that.
want to use this platform to rant about these things that you just see happen in Lincoln?
Well, that really got me. I'm like, this is a major little stretch here from West Lincoln.
This is the most major road between Vale and Lincolnton,
and we stopped
highly traveled
for 50 cars so this dude can deliver a package.
Oh, you knocked over Dan Marino.
That's okay.
So the package delivery
He's
guy
used
stopped
to it.
in the middle of the road. I've seen some of those. You're right. Usually just back in the
back in the driveway.
He's ever gotten close.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So NFL. Let's talk a little standings and some Panthers and some.
Do we really have to talk about the second one?
Talk about how bad they are.
That's what we're going to talk
playoffs.
about. How they have the only quarterback in NFL history to go on a 6-game losing streak. Oh, okay.
Is it?
No, I think he's the current one. I was
going to say, the Lions went 0-16. Come on.
Okay, he's the most current one to go 16-game losing streak.
Yeah, Aitman went like 1-13. 0-13 this rookie year. Speaking of which, we'll get to that in a minute. Trivia question of the day, won't we, Terry? I got good trivia question. We're going to give away some golf passes on. I got a trivia question.
Oh, yeah, trivia question.
I got a trivia question today. All right, so let's talk standings first of all. AFC, I'll give you some golf passes.
Oh, all right.
I didn't know you played, Carson.
Yeah, man. Well, sometimes.
We go out there
when I feel
with
like
some
it, and I'm
old-fashioned liquid bread and just swing.
There it is. There it is.
All right, so playoffs. We're going to talk about the AFC and the AFC in just a second.
Playoffs? Wait, who said that again?
Jim Mora.
With 2 games. Yeah, don't ask me about playoffs.
What's the famous line that Herm Edwards said?
You play to win the game.
Oh, yeah. You play to win the game.
My favorite from Herm Edwards, though, is don't press send. You type it out. You look at your phone. You think about how cool it is, and you don't press send.
My personal favorite is Dennis Green. The Bears, we let them off the hook. And he slaps slaps the podium. We let them off the hook.
But I still go back to college, Mike Gundy.
About Twitter.
I'm the man.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
I'm 40.
He's like 47 now.
What was the quote about Twitter? I can't remember what he said about Twitter. Was he like, to hell with Twitter?
Yeah.
I can't listen to anything that comes. Can't listen to anything that comes out of a man's mouth who has a mullet.
He literally was just like, the hell with Twitter.
He really ought to come out the achy breaky hard, is what he ought to.
That's what he looks like.
And then the most famous one, the most regionally famous one was the Coastal Carolina coach said, "We got some cats. We need some dogs."
Yeah, that guy was good too.
I want some dogs.
So we've got NFC playoffs.
Yeah.
In the WhatsApp shopper, my power poll, I've eliminated some teams this week. Had to do a 2-for-1. Got rid of the Packers. That was one. And
ain't that hard?
The other one they're not eliminated from the playoffs yet.
Statistically,
do you think they
mathematically
0.7% chance the quarterback is out for the year?
Yeah.
The Panthers, I went ahead and eliminated them, and I'm gonna go to get my sheet of paper just to say it because I'm gonna finish up the standings real quick. We're gonna talk about the Panthers in a minute. Now, somehow, the Redskins can still win the division.
I know. How?
Fourth quarterback
with Josh Johnson.
The dude never won a game in his career, and he wins his first game.
Hasn't taken a snap in like 3 years.
Been in the USFL. Where we find these guys, I have no idea.
Manziel's available.
Manziel's available. Shoot, even the Buffalo Bills just signed Matt Barkley.
The Raiders signed the Peterman.
Peterman. You don't want to know why though?
Because John Gruden loves him.
Don't
all
you
right.
think that Terry Reinhart owes Adrian Peterson an apology?
I think you do owe EP apology.
He's carried this team, Terry. They're 7-7 because of that man. He's the only one that got hurt this year.
He has
break that old man's
our
back.
number one receiver, Doxson, has been in and out of injury. They haven't played, and Reed is he's in and out.
Jamison Crowder's their number one receiver.
You got to give a lot of credit to Washington.
I want it to be Josh Doxson because he has more upside than Crowder.
Yeah.
Washington's defense has played well.
So it's mini Alabama right now.
So Philadelphia and Washington are 7-8 right now. And Terry, Cowboys 8-6. Now you're in a good spot with the teams you play. If you do what you're supposed to, all you gotta do is win one and you're in. Well, and so you guys got Bucks, and Giants. So if you win one, you're in the playoffs.
All you gotta do is win one.
Eagles and Redskins are a half a game behind the Vikings. Seahawks are in the 5 spot at 8-6, and the Vikings got that tie with Green Bay. That puts them ahead of Philadelphia Redskins. All right, guys.
Seattle's got a big game this week.
Seattle, Vikings, Eagles, Redskins. 2 in, 2 out. Who's in, who's out?
Mine's simple. I'll go ahead and tell you mine. Seattle, Minnesota stays in. Philadelphia, Washington's out.
You don't think either one of them?
I think Seattle, Philadelphia. I think Seattle, Philadelphia, just because Minnesota, they still have to play the Bears again. And the Eagles have the easier of the remaining schedule.
What's Seattle's? Who are they playing the last
Seattle,
2 weeks?
I don't know who they. I know this weekend they play the Chiefs in Seattle.
In Seattle,
Eagles got Texans and Redskins.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a couple. Well, at least one.
So 3 of those teams, Seattle, Philadelphia, and Minnesota, can go 1-1 these next 2 weeks. They all could go 1-1.
If Minnesota goes 1-1,
they're in.
It stays
and either Philadelphia or Washington go 2-0, Minnesota's out. Minnesota's got to win these games.
Washington is not going 2-0.
Washington's at Tennessee.
We're losing to Tennessee.
That'll be tough.
If you beat Tennessee, then it's Eagles Redskins getting the playoffs.
Here's the problem with
that would be a good narrative. The thing is, I don't think we can get past that Tennessee defense.
That's what I'm saying. Plus, you're going to Tennessee, and Tennessee is also playing for a playoff spot.
Yeah,
they are.
So,
this is playoff rides for both of them. And to be honest, if I, as a Skins fan, as a true Skins fan, it's, some people won't say this, but I want them to lose out. I want a draft pick.
Yeah, but what are you going to go get with a draft pick?
What do you mean? What are we going to
Well,
get?
it's going to be a mid-round.
It's either
Are
going
you
to
going
be.
to go? So you don't know Smith. He's probably not coming back.
No,
I wouldn't.
I want a quarterback. If Dwayne Haskins was to come out and say that he's coming out in the draft, I would do everything in my power to get him. I would. He's got such potential.
I feel like they have more problems than they obviously need a quarterback, but they've got more problems
but
too.
This is what you have to look at it as. The teams, if you can finally get the quarterback position right, then you can just fill in everywhere else. You can work the free agency market. I don't want to go out there and you start shipping money at Joe Fluco, who might be coming out of Baltimore. I don't want you throwing money at an older veteran who knows it might only have 2 or 3 years, and then we're in the same boat we are in right now with Alex Smith. Like, what are we going to do? Yeah. Eventually, you got to bite the bullet because you already shipped off Kirk Cousins. You already ran RG3 out of town. They're not coming back.
They're not walking through that door.
No, they're not. They're not walking through that door. So you have to bite the bullet and say, all right. And I'm speaking to you, Dan Snyder. I know you're listening because I know you take what I say to heart.
Oh, yeah, well,
you take what I say to heart.
He listens to so many other people.
Dan Snyder. You're about to lose me as a fan, and I'll be honest, and that's hard. And that is hard for me to say. It is because
you gotta be a Kevin Hastings.
Hold on. No. Well, here's the thing.
Isn't that a microcosm of the Browns right there?
Terry, and I'm just going to be completely honest. I put so much faith in this organization, and what do? They try, just like the little old lady that was in front of the, she was down at, what was it? It was like a union city council, and she got in front of everybody.
Marry me, old lady.
And she was in front of everybody.
She's everything I've ever wanted in a woman.
And said, this owner has done nothing to make this team better. That's why they still only have 9 wins this year.
He's so uptight, he squeaks when he walks. That's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
She said, but that's how I feel about Dan Snyder. You have done nothing to make this team better.
Except throw $100 million at Albert Hainsworth.
Yeah, he goes out there and makes the big free agency signings, and look at how many of them work. So far 2.
Well,
Peterson and Norman.
Come on over to the Browns.
I like Baker Mayfield, but I'm not going to the Browns. I might just go be a god-awful Bills fan.
You're going to become a Cowboy fan.
Absolutely.
The Bills have made it.
But do you understand what I'm saying? You understand? Because some people probably feel the same way about Jerry Jones for a couple years. They're like, that's why Kevin's he just wants to sell hot dogs. For me and Dan Snyder, it's like, dude, you're lucky that you don't even sell out your stadium anymore.
They don't even have good ratings in Washington, D.C. when the game's on television.
They don't even have a good field.
No,
the
it's trash.
field is awful. You have done nothing to improve the
That's our fans.
That's
the Cowboys team.
To be honest, I wish Jerry Jones would buy it. He just owned 2 teams. Do it. Just do it.
So, all right, in the playoffs for now.
There's my rant. Sorry.
Vikings, Ravens, Seahawks, Cowboys, and Steelers were all in the playoffs as of my article. I don't know how far that's went. Steelers are still there right now. They're in the 4th spot. Kansas City 1, Houston 2, New England 3, Pittsburgh 4, Chargers 5, Ravens 6. Now, there's a lot of people jumping on this Chargers bandwagon, but when you go back and look who they've played, it's not. They don't have a lot of impressive wins. Now they do have
Steelers.
They're tied with the Chiefs for the 1 spot.
Chiefs?
This is how funny the NFL is.
I don't count Chiefs, man.
The NFL,
a lot of people do that.
The Chiefs and the Chargers are both 11-3, and whoever gets that spot's going to be the 1 seed. The other one's going to be the 5, because the division winners get the home.
Who do the Chargers play? They play Saturday night. Who do they play?
Let's see.
Ravens, right?
1 click away. Now, the Ravens have the toughest schedule to end the season, and I'm scared that
the Ravens have to win out to make it, yeah.
Basically, and what's bad about Baltimore is if they don't make it, guys, that right now they're tied as the #1 scoring defense in the NFL. And if the #1 scoring defense don't make the playoffs, what do we blame here?
The offense?
I mean,
you have to blame quarterback decisions.
Are we looking at the quarterback decisions on this, or are we looking at Harbaugh?
They've already came out and said that they're giving Harbaugh an extension.
Yeah, Harbaugh has to come back.
He's coming back.
So on Flacco, guys, and we're going to get to this after the break in a minute when we talk quarterbacks. Flacco career 92-63.
Oh yeah, he's not bad.
92-63.
That's in that Tony Romo. Right?
For you Cam Newton fans, Cam would have
to got more Super Bowls than Tony Romo.
Cam would have to go 24-9 to tie Joe Flacco over his next 33 games.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Flacco 92-63. Flacco in 10. God, good grief.
Yeah,
10 seasons of starting 10 or more games. Terry. How many losing seasons do you think Joe Flacco has?
4.
1. I'm going to say 1.
1.
Yeah.
In 10 seasons, Joe Flacco only has 1 losing season. So if we throw Joe Flacco out the door, 92-63 overall, only 1 losing season in his career. I'm not saying he's the future of Washington, but if y'all going to do a stopgap draft a guy, you guys are drafting him at 20.
If you don't like any of the quarterbacks coming out in this draft, then okay, fine.
I think he'd be great in Jacksonville. I think everybody's got a decent
Washington,
use him as
yeah.
a stopgap.
Right.
But there's some potential quarterbacks coming out in this draft.
Should Baltimore go that right there? I mean, you got a daggone winning quarterback. See, that's what bothers me about that. I mean,
Baltimore's already made the transition.
Well, I know that, but I mean, they can easily go back.
Well, he's one hit away from Flacco coming back in too.
Yeah,
well, he's one speed option from.
That's what
he's playing a good defensive team.
That's the reason when people talking about
Saturday.
What Charlotte does down here. Charlotte has a Cam Newton running quarterback, but they've got a steady quarterback in the backup who is a pocket quarterback. Because that's the first thing to think about. What if he gets hurt? We don't need to put another running quarterback back there.
Isn't that the weirdest thing ever?
I agree.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. Two different offenses.
Two
different offenses for your quarterbacks
whatsoever. I'll never understand it. And especially in a league where, so in college you can have 10 quarterbacks. So you can run whatever offense you want. You can bring in a running or a passing. But in NFL, you got 2 guys usually there most of the time. Some teams have 3.
Yeah.
So why is your backup fourth? Why can't your backup run the same offense your starter
that have suffered? Because you had a pocket quarterback in Smith and he got hurt. Then you brought in McCoy and the same thing happened to him. You know, and you hardly ever see that happen.
Well, and
then we brought in Butt Fumble just to give him some money because we knew, he's going to mess up and we're just going to bench him.
We're about to see this at the end of the year with the Panthers. Like, they've been running this one type of offense the whole year. How does it change? I mean, every single play is you got 3 options every play: hand off to McCaffrey, swing pass to McCaffrey, or Cam runs it himself,
or just throw a bomb,
or throw it deep.
That's
the only 4 plays.
And see, people want to say, Cam Newton's number.
Get to Panthers in just a second.
Yeah, all right, I'll say
hold on that. Let me finish
this.
Do that. Yeah, because we've got a whole section of Panthers because of what's going on with him right now.
Yeah.
Here's my top 10. We're going to pick the games real quick. Go to break, JP. Just hold on. All right. Top 10 right now in the NFL. I've got Seahawks 10, Cowboys 9, Steelers 8, Patriots 7, Texans 6. The top 5, these teams have already clinched a playoff berth. Carson ain't gonna like this.
Well, that's all right.
Rams at 5.
That's fine. We haven't been playing good lately.
Chiefs at 4, Bears at 3, Chargers 2, and Saints still at 1 for right now. There's 4 teams in the NFL with the top 10 and the offense and defense. Chargers are the only team in the AFC. In the NFC, it's Saints, Bears, and Seahawks. Let me tell you a little bit about my fantasy beat this week. I tied, had more points and a better record than the other guy. He beat me in the regular season on my bye weeks for my Drew Brees when Drew Brees is on my bye week. He won the tiebreaker because he beat me in the regular season.
Yeah.
Drew Brees. My tight end, my second tight end, I played him in my slot because I got Kelsey as my starter. Ebron is the leader in scoring.
Yeah,
he got 0 points.
Yes, he did.
And I tied Carson, and I played the Rams on defense. You know how many points they got me? -3.
Yeah,
you owe me about $300, Carson.
I don't know you anything.
And who did you have to choose from?
Who's the Aaron Donald? Ndamukong Suh. Somebody. I had the Bears as my other defense. I had Rams at home.
What did I tell you?
I had Rams at home versus Nick Foles.
Nick Foles is always going to play the Rams hard.
Bears versus Aaron
Rodgers.
Against Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, that was my choices. So I went with Rams at home against the backup.
The Bears were at home.
I know, but Aaron Rodgers or the backup quarterback. I don't care who the backup quarterback is. I like Nick Foles. I love Nick Foles, but it's the backup quarterback.
I would have told you just Bears defense.
I understand that.
Until they proved me otherwise.
When you got $300 on the line and you want to bet against Aaron Rodgers or the other guy.
Maybe Philadelphia needs to sit back and think Nick Foles might have should have been in there all year long.
Well, I said that from the beginning, did I not, Terry? You can't. I don't know how you
comes right back, and that's first.
I don't know how you bench the Super Bowl MVP, and it's not like he played one game to win the MVP. He won 3. He didn't go in the Super Bowl. He didn't do like Brady and come in after Bledsoe won the AFC Championship game. He came in and won 1, 2, 3 dominant games, and then they bench you. The Super Bowl, your only championship in team history.
And they've got 2 more games for him to play.
Right.
Then we'll definitely see if he should have been starting from the get-go or not.
He beat the Rams and my
because he's got a tough game, against the Texans.
Oh, he does. He does.
You know what?
And a cakewalk against my Redskins.
You know what position? You know what position ruined more fantasy teams this year than any other position?
Running back.
The Pittsburgh Steelers running back.
Yeah. Yep. Me.
The guy in my room in our league who picked Bell.
Me.
It lost. Like he was 1-10 in our league.
I didn't turn out that bad.
I picked Connor. I dominated.
And then he got
hurt the first game of the playoffs.
Yeah.
And didn't play the playoffs. So he ruined someone's regular season. Then he ruined the next guy's playoffs. So the Pittsburgh Steelers running backs are the ruiners of this year's.
You know
fantasy.
what
They're
also
the
has
donkeys of
ruined
this year's
fantasy for a lot of people
What's
this
that?
year, and it's just one position in general.
What's
the
that?
kicker. There have been so many kickers that have just missed field goals and have missed extra points. My God, if you drafted the Pittsburgh Steelers kicker, you just shot yourself in the foot all year.
Hunter, if the Cleveland Browns had a kicker, they'd be in the playoffs right now.
You're right.
Yeah, let's pick the games. Bengals at Browns.
I'm taking the Browns.
I'm taking the Browns.
I'm taking
Brownies.
Oh my, Terry!
If the Browns win,
If the
Browns win, they'll be 500
It's closer and closer.
and still have a chance for a playoff. They need a Titans. Whoever Titans are playing in week 17.
They need like 37 things to go right.
If the Browns win out and the Titans tie whoever they are in week 17, there's like a 60%
What if the
chance.
Titans lose?
Then they lose. They have to tie. That's the rule.
Yeah.
They got to tie. Remember,
Because the
Browns
Browns,
gotta tie.
yeah.
That's the only way they can win it. All right, so Bucks at Cowboys.
Cowboys. It's over.
Who's playing?
Yeah,
Fitzmagic?
Jameis has had
Who knows? Who cares?
Since Jameis has come back to take the starting position, he has had a top 5 QBR in the league. I want you to think about that.
They're
on a fast track.
But I take Dallas.
They're on a fast track.
The defense.
Vikings at Lions.
Vikings. Yeah.
Vikings.
I'm gonna say the Lions beat them.
I took the Vikings, but I'm scared the Lions play.
Yeah, that's not like,
This is where the Vikings blow their season up right here.
Is it in
baby.
Detroit?
It's in Detroit.
That's the house that Stafford thought he built. I'm trying to think. Just give me the Vikings. I think they have too much riding on this game. They're going to come out and say, play with some urgency, which is what they need to do and what they should have been doing. So
Giants at Colts.
Indianapolis.
Yeah, Colts.
Indianapolis.
Yeah.
I think Andrew Luck throws for 4 touchdowns.
Bad one, Florida. Jaguars at Dolphins.
Oh,
Dolphins.
God. Can we just not play this game?
Can we not pick this?
Yeah. I'm going to go Jags. I just feel like Miami has just been on a little bit too much of a high lately. I just don't.
They're playing for a playoff spot.
Yeah, exactly. And they're going to choke.
All right, Bills at Patriots.
Patriots.
Bills can't beat the Patriots.
Can you really lose 3 in a row?
Josh Allen has the second most rushing yards this year behind Lamar Jackson.
And Josh Allen is
He's got more than Cam Newton, hadn't played every game. Write that down.
Josh Allen has put up points this year when he's played too. So
Belichick's not letting the quarterback run on him. You saw what he did to Tebow when he played against him. Packers at Jets.
Packers. Aaron Rodgers is still playing Packers.
I mean the Jets. Let's be honest. They're just horrible.
They're
the
bad.
defense is decent, but they can't score with.
I'm gonna take Green Bay. I don't think neither team cares.
I was about to say, I don't think neither one of these teams cares. And when it's cold, I'm going to go with the home team. So I'm going to go Jets on this one. Wow. Texans at Eagles.
Oh, there you go.
These team cares. This is a game where the teams care.
Texans are fighting for a bye.
Yeah, they're fighting for a bye.
Eagles trying to get into the playoffs. So this will be a battle in Philly. Can Nick Foles beat the Texans?
I'm going to say Philly. It's
Philly
a home team and it's cold.
That crowd is going to be pumped. That dome team outside?
Yeah, I'm taking Philly at home. That's exactly why the Texans are not inside.
I agree. Philadelphia. Rams at Cardinals.
Rams are a 15.5 point favorite in Arizona.
Oh, Lordy, this is where the Cardinals die.
All right, Bears at 49ers.
Bears.
Chiefs at Seahawks Monday night.
Seahawks.
This has got Seahawks
defense. I'm telling you guys, you've been saying it all year long.
Because what did the Chargers do to come back against the Chiefs? They were able to move the ball, keep the Chiefs' offense off the field by running the ball. The Seahawks are the best rushing team in the National Football League.
Seahawks, yeah, they just.
Something smells.
It's December. It's Andy Reid.
Probably the game of the week, and I kind of want to analyze or psychoanalyze these two teams. This is my Super Bowl pick. Steelers versus Saints. Both teams are struggling right now, and the Steelers the run game and their defense have got to get settled in.
What's crazy though is they're on their third string running back, and he's still putting up 160
it's just
yards.
you can't. It's the trust of he might do it. I'm not saying he ain't going to. He might.
How much of that? Maybe that offensive line was right, saying, "Hey, Le'Veon, you better thank us for all that money you're trying to get."
Saints. Here's my view on the Saints. They've been struggling the past few weeks. You got to remember, the start of this struggle, they actually signed Dez Bryant. Why did they sign Dez?
They needed
because
another
Teddy
wide
Ginn
receiver.
got hurt.
Yeah.
They didn't have anybody to go deep with. Now, when they played the Panthers, how come they didn't score any points on the Panthers and also in the Cowboys? With two reasons. If they can't go deep and all of their passes are in the middle of the field and shallows, the strengths of the Panthers and the Cowboys are the linebackers.
Exactly
They're
right.
making all the tackles and all the plays. If you're doing nothing but throwing to plays where Kuechly's going to make the tackle, if you design your offense to throw passes to where, if I throw to the receiver where Kuechly never make a tackle, that's what you should do. But they're going everything right at the linebackers, and I think the Saints right now can't do anything, can't go deep, can't do it. And I'm really worried about them. I've been on them all year, and I'm starting to waver on that. If they can't get somebody deep, it's going to be trouble. But their defense is playing outstanding right now.
Their offense is not as stagnant as you think. It's just when they get red zone, they can't really. They struggle because all you have to do.
The running game looks great.
Run game. Look, all you got to do is if you can shut down the run, all you got to do is shut down Michael Thomas. That's
Saints win.
I think they will too. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we're talking Panthers, Cam Newton, and more on KTCBroadcasting.com.
I'm Lon Helton, inviting you to join me as I begin my countdown of the top 70 hits for all of 2018. Along the way, you'll hear my conversations with folks who have been my co-hosts in the past year. That's part one of the top 70 of 2018, this week on Country Countdown USA.
Country Countdown USA with Lon Helton, Wednesday afternoons at 1 o'clock on Carolina Country, 1590 AM WCSL, 92.3 FM, online at KTCBroadcasting.com.
It's time now for the news. A new radio show is taking the nation by storm. It's called This is the 60s, with the best music from the best decade. And, well, thank you. Who are you? Well, I'm J.J. Wilson, and I'm the host of This is the 60s. This is the 60s, the best music from the best decade. News headlines, pop culture corner, and more. But I was going to say all that. Get out of my news booth, certainly.
This is the 60s, Friday mornings from 10 a.m. till 12 noon on The Boss, WHS, AM and FM in Shelby, WLON in Lincolnton. When you shop our local advertisers, be sure to tell them you heard it on the radio. That way they'll know that their radio dollars they spend works for them and you too. Even in today's fast-moving world, radio remains the leading media to reach more people. 93% of Americans listen to AM/FM radio over the air. TV viewership is 89%, smartphone use is 83%, and personal computer use is 50%. So if you're a business owner, reach more people with the power of radio. If you don't tell it, you can't sell it. See the power of radio. WHS Shelby, WLON Lincolnton, WCSL Cherryville. Online at KTCBroadcasting.com.
It's the 30th anniversary of NBA basketball in Charlotte, and the Hornets are writing the latest chapter in Charlotte basketball history with their first-year head coach, James Borrego. Fast-paced and high-flying. Join the new voice of Charlotte Hornets basketball, Chris Kroger, and 10-year NBA veteran Matt Carroll as they deliver every thrilling moment of Hornets hoops all season long on the Charlotte Hornets Radio Network.
Here's Charlotte Hornet basketball right here on The Boss in Carolina Country. WHS, WCSL, and WLON. Online at KTCBroadcasting.com. Cleveland County's premier Buick GMC dealer is Renato Buick GMC, located at Renato Auto Mall on East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Come in now and take a test drive in your new Buick or GMC. Right now, drive away in a new 2019 Buick Encore at 20% off MSRP. You save over $5,300. And it's Denali season. Get up to over $12,000 in savings on the 2018 GMC Sierra 1500 four-wheel drive crew cab with the Denali Ultimate Package. Come in for all the details at Renato Buick GMC, located at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
many Super Bowls he got?
How many Jared Goff got?
Oh goodness, Trent Dilfer's got one. Speaking of Trent Dilfer,
Joe Flacco.
We're going to talk about. So I just gave you his
Joe
stats.
Flacco. Joe Flacco is the Super Bowl
one of the most
MVP.
winningest playoff quarterbacks in history.
Here you go, Carson. Highest fourth quarter quarterback rating from 2004 to 2012. Joe Flacco's fifth.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Romo 1, Aaron Rodgers 2, Manning 3, Tom Brady 4, Joe Flacco,
Who was first?
and then Drew Brees. Oh, I'm sorry. Tony Romo was 1,
okay.
Aaron Rodgers 2, Peyton Manning 3, Tom Brady 4, Joe Flacco 5, and Drew Brees 6. Don't hate on Flacco. Now, I would hate on him if they would have beat Appalachian, but since he lost, he can't beat Armani. I would say, he's okay with me. Joe, he's a nice blue hen. I like anybody can't beat us. All right, Cam Newton getting set down for the rest of the season with the injured shoulder. They're 6-8 on the season. Cam has been with the Panthers for 8 seasons now. I did the math on that. I wrote that down wrong, I think. Yeah, 8 seasons now, right? 8 seasons now.
Which is the NFL average shelf life of a running quarterback. A running quarterback, to be specific.
So, looking at
he's hurt.
And he's hurt.
So, of 8 seasons or more, he's played 8 seasons, sorry. I went back and looked through at quarterbacks throughout NFL history who play you play 10 or more games is how I qualified a season. So, if people get hurt, I don't want to put it in there if you go 1-3 if you got hurt or something, or 5-1 and get hurt. So, you had to play 10 games in a season.
Yeah.
So Cam's record, and he's played at more than he's been an Ironman. He has 3 winning seasons, Terry, and 5 losing seasons. 3 winning seasons and 5 losing seasons. Now, with that said, I'm going to give the trivia question. We're going to give out 2 golf passes. 2 golf passes from one of the golf courses here in the What's Up Shopper. I'll even let you choose. 2 golf passes. If you can name me, here's the trivia question, folks. The 3 quarterbacks in Dallas Cowboys history. 3 quarterbacks in Dallas Cowboys history who never, ever had a losing season. There's been 3 of them. One of them had 5 winning seasons, no losing seasons, and 3 8-8 seasons. Another one had 4 winning seasons, no losing seasons, and 1 8-8 season. And another one, 8 winning seasons, no losing, no ties. 3 quarterbacks, Dallas Cowboys, 2 free rounds of golf to a course of your choice in the What's Up Shopper. If you can name the 3 Cowboy quarterbacks, Terry, give me that marker board because I got to give this to JP so so when somebody calls him. 704-435-2844, 704-435-2846. Give me an actual marker that I can write with. Is that black one not a marker? Yeah, an expo. All right, so I'm gonna write this down. Oh my gosh, what was that?
Oh, whoa!
What was that?
Don't worry about it. It's a very flat coat.
It's
a very flat coat.
You don't think that thing's got no bubbles still left? Don't you shake it. Hey, look at that! A 1982 Tar Heel Championship coat.
Well,
I wonder if it tastes.
I don't know where Dan Marino went. He's around here somewhere.
Marino took a dive. Marino's not the question.
He never won.
He got hit enough. He'll be right.
That is one of the quarterbacks.
Believe it or not, I had 2 of those. I had 2 of those.
I'm sure you did. Most people are going to guess.
They'll guess.
Everybody's going to get one of them.
Yeah, they're going to get one of them.
Yeah, the rest of them. So I'm going to take this.
They could have guessed another one.
Yeah,
but
JP, come here and get this.
Just because he knows everybody knows his name.
JP,
but.
JP, come here and get this from me so when someone calls you. All right, trivia question once again. Call in, name the 3 Dallas Cowboy quarterbacks who never had a losing season. I've got it on this magic board. If you're watching on YouTube, JP's going to get it. JP, those are the last names of the 3 quarterbacks who never had a losing season. 704-435-2844. 2 free rounds of golf to the course of your choice.
Go out there with your friends. Get some liquid bread in you and just swing.
Now remember, Terry, I just said 3 Cowboys quarterbacks never had a losing season. How many losing seasons did I just say Cam Newton has had?
5. That's what I'm saying.
5.
Is his not that scenario that we talked about before? He lost and he won, then he lost and he won, then he lost and he won.
The Panthers in 24 seasons.
So he's never had back-to-back winning seasons.
The Panthers have only had
winning seasons.
7 winning seasons in the history of the franchise.
They've only had 7
in 23 years. Yeah.
And one of them was good old Del Home.
4 of them was Del Home. Guess what? 4. Del Home. How many losing seasons did he have, Terry?
I don't know.
1?
2?
1.
Okay, 1.
Cam Newton has had 5 losing seasons. Jake Del Home has had 1.
Don't talk about the great Del Home.
Jake Del Home only had 1 losing season. Speaking of 1 losing season, you know who else who had 1 losing season? 1980. Cleveland Browns MVP. Brian Sipe. Exact same record as Del Home. 4 winning seasons, 1 losing season.
We need his baseball card. I mean, football
I
card.
do want to buy
basketball
card,
lacrosse.
There's actually a binder back there with the AFC North Division. I might actually have a Brian Sipe card. All right. So who's Cam Newton? Whose company is he in with 5 losses? So I'm gonna name some quarterbacks in his with losing records in their careers. So Cam's 3-5. Here's the losing records in their careers. Jeff George is 3-5.
Indianapolis.
Jeff George is 3-5. Cam Newton 3-5. Jay Cutler 3-6-1.
Whew, the athletic specimen that is Jay Cutler.
The all-time losing quarterback, Vinny Testaverde. He had 9 losing seasons.
Out of like 24 seasons that he played in, yeah.
He had 13 official 10-game seasons.
He played for Dallas.
13 official 10-game win seasons. He won 4. Had 4 winning seasons in his career. He played about 20 years. How about the great Kerry Collins? He made a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Not with the Panthers. He had 6 losing seasons. Cam has 5. So he's in that. There you go. Kerry Collins had 5 winning seasons. 11 years of 10 or more starts from Kerry Collins.
5 and 6.
Chris Chandler's got 5 losing seasons, 2 winnings, 5 losing. So he's right in Cam's neighborhood on that one. Here's for you Detroit Lions fan, Rodney Peete, 2-2.
Panther great.
2-2. And finally, in the losing category, Ryan Fitzmagic.
Oh.
1-5-1.
He's also easily the smartest one out of the whole bunch.
Easily the smartest.
Oh, I skipped one. I'm sorry. One of them did win the Super Bowl. Trent Dilfer.
Yeah, boy. 2
winning seasons, 3 losing seasons.
Got a ring.
Yeah, he does.
He does. Now, you want to talk about some winning quarterbacks?
Yeah.
Here's some other quarterbacks some people might compare Cam to. Cordell Stewart. 3 winning seasons, only 2 losing seasons. Michael Vick. Whew. This is their favorite one. 5 winning seasons, only 2 losing seasons in his career. Vick only had 2 losing seasons in his career. Cam's had 5. We said Del Home.
Del Home.
Here's you one. Brad Johnson.
He's also he's got a.
You gonna take that, Gastonia? You get that off the door? Just give me 1 second. Just give me about 5 minutes. We'll come to you. Brad Johnson, 5 winning seasons.
Super Bowl ring.
And 2 losing seasons.
Super Bowl.
Drew Bledsoe, 6 winning seasons. Tim, don't leave. Okay. Drew Bledsoe, 6 winning seasons, 4 losing seasons. Alex Smith, 7 winning seasons, 2 losing seasons. Mark Sanchez,
butt fumble,
2 winning seasons. He's only had 1 losing season in his career.
He just don't ever get a chance.
Been to 2 conference championships.
He's 4-2 in the playoffs. We're going to talk about playoff recorings. Cam's 3-4. Mark Sanchez is 4-2 in the playoffs. Been to 2 conference championships. 2 winning seasons, only 1 losing season in his career. And Rich Gannon, 6 winning seasons, 1 losing season.
People forget about Rich Gannon, man.
Andy Dalton, same draft as Cam.
Yeah.
Cam's 3-5, right? Andy Dalton, 5-3. Andy Dalton, same draft, has 5 winning seasons, 3 losing seasons. Cam, 3 losing seasons, 5 winnings. 3 winning.
I don't want to hear that he has more weapons than Cam because they've been the same way most of their career. They've had pretty decent running backs. They've had a really good defense. The only difference is one has A.J. Green.
Yep.
But you could also say, well, one's had Greg Olsen.
Yeah.
In the 8 years that Cam's been quarterbacking, the 3 winning seasons are the only 3 times he's had a top 10 defense.
That's amazing, isn't it?
The only 3 winning seasons were the 3 seasons they had a top 10 defense. How about two quarterbacks? The two other quarterbacks to compare Cam to. Everybody wants to compare to. Here you go. Russell Wilson, Randall Cunningham. Combined, Terry, how many losing seasons do those two quarterbacks have?
2.
Combined, Russell Wilson.
1.
Randall Cunningham.
I'm saying 2. I'm taking into consideration both of them.
Losing seasons?
Russell Wilson hasn't had any.
I'm gonna say
Wilson had
none.
one last year.
Combined, 13, 0, and 2.
Wow.
Because I know Russell has more.
Randall
Yeah,
Cunningham.
that's what I'm saying. I knew Russell didn't.
Randall Cunningham, the all-time leading rusher at quarterback.
They've tied. Russell's
Never.
tied
Yeah, I just said 1. 7-0-1.
Yeah.
Randall Cunningham and Russell Wilson have both never had a losing season. So when some people start saying compare out Cam all time, here's where he's good all time. Here's where he'll rank. You'll look on the chart and you'll see where he ranks. And it's all time scoring touchdowns as a quarterback. ESPN broke it down even further. Cam's scoring average on touchdowns is 2.7 yards.
Yeah.
Tebow's was 5. Vic's is 7. On the scores.
No, I know.
So
they give it to him, and he just leans.
Exactly. So you go back and you look at that.
You use the running back to get all the way down there. And just let Cam.
Vulture.
It's the opposite of Varsity Blues.
Yeah.
Instead of the quarterback throwing it, he just runs it in instead. But so, yes, 100% he'll be on the list for the touchdowns and stuff. But he's still behind Vic and Cunningham in yards. They never. Cunningham and Russell Wilson never had a losing season. Vic, Cunningham, and Russell Wilson added together 18 winning seasons, 2 losing. Vic, Cunningham, and Wilson added together on the 2 losing seasons. Cam's had 5. Defensive ranks. Here's you guys. 1999. Steve Berline. Is this the best Panther quarterback in history, Terry? His team went 8-8. His defense 26th. Cam's MVP season, 15-1. His defense was 6th. Now remember what I just said. Defense 26th. Cam's defense 6th. 15-1. Oh, Steve Berline had more yards, more touchdowns, more completions, better rating, everything, but 5 more interceptions is it. Berline had 600 more yards than Cam did that year, a better completion percentage, more touchdowns than Cam in his MVP season in the year that they went 8-8, Terry. Is it about the defense? And the reason I read all this is about it is about the defense as we get back to it. Go looking at Romo's when he had winning teams, his top 10, 15 defenses. Thank you, sir. Roger Staubach never had a losing season. You know why, Terry? He never had not a top 10 defense.
You gave up an answer.
Every single one he had top 10.
You gave one of the answers away.
That was nobody's called yet. All right, Tim, our trivia question day, guys. Last few minutes, nobody's called. Nobody's got it. Name the 3 Dallas quarterbacks. I just gave one away.
Yeah.
Who have never had a losing season in their career. You will win free golf. The 3 Dallas Cowboys who's never had a losing season. Now, Terry, somebody guessed Quincy Carter, Gary Hugaboom, and Ryan Leaf. Is that right?
That sounded like it might have come from Shannon.
Man. Wow. The one name that stood out to me, Ryan Leaf.
Hugaboom, who is in jail right now.
Free golf to your choice in the paper, folks. Free golf, your choice in the paper. If you can name me the 3 Dallas Cowboys quarterbacks who've never had a losing record. 704-435-2844, 704-435-2846. Tell JP Day. JP, let's take a break. I got to handle Tim, and we're going to talk a little. What else we got left? College football?
We got bowl games. We got bowl games this week.
He's got bowl games all the time.
Got bowl games all the way into next week.
Participation boards for everybody. We'll be back in a minute. KDC Broadcasting.
Cleveland County's premier Buick GMC dealer is Renato Buick GMC, located at Renato Auto Mall on East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Come in now and take a test drive in your new Buick or GMC. Right now, drive away in a new 2019 Buick Encore at 20% off MSRP. You save over $5,300. And it's Denali season. Get up to over $12,000 in savings on the 2018 GMC Sierra 1500 4-wheel drive crew cab with the Denali Ultimate Package. Come in for all the details at Renato Buick GMC, located at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
Is the cost of ink driving your profits down? Then listen up. Discount Inkjet and Toner is here to help. Discount Ink Jet and Toner specializes in refilling inkjet and toner cartridges. Cut your ink costs by as much as 50% or more. Discount Ink Jet and Toner, located on 410 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia. 100% satisfaction guaranteed.
At Carolina Federal Credit Union in Cherryville, they treat you like family because you are. Making the most of your money starts by managing and growing your money. Come by Carolina Federal Credit Union in Cherryville and learn how you can protect your money and actions you can take. Plus, they can provide you with hints and tips. Learn more by visiting their website at carolinafcu.org or drop by their office at 1200 East Church Street in Cherryville. Become part of their family today. Now's the time to buy your new Kubota from Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Right now, pay zero money down. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months. Come on in now for all the details. All for good on the Kubota BX Series, the Kubota B Series, the Kubota L Series, and the Kubota MX Series tractors. Again, zero money down and 0% APR financing for 60 months. Get your new Kubota today at Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain.
Carpenter Porter Funeral and Cremation Services in Cherryville is there for you in your time of need. They're a progressive and comprehensive funeral service provider, promoting the highest ethical and professional standards while maintaining cost-effective service. Funeral directors John Porter and Hannah Garrett are there to help you and give you guidance during one of life's most difficult times. For more information, call 704-435-6711, located at 1100 East Main Street in Cherryville, and online at carpentersfuneralhome.net, a member of the National Funeral Directors Association.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back to Saturday Morning Sports Talk. Kevin Hastings, Carson Dockery. Me and Hunter Yancey are in our ugly Christmas sweaters. He's got a panda sweater on.
Yeah.
It's
making a statement.
I got my Darth Vader shirt on that says, I am not jolly. So I've got to go to a Christmas party tonight that I didn't want to go to, so this is kind of the shirt I wanted to wear. So, Anyway, Terry's wearing his ugly Christmas sweater. He's got an NC State jersey on.
Woo!
Yeah.
Ugly. If it was a competition, you'd win. Ugly.
That shirt fell out the ugly tree and hit every branch, Terry.
Oh, God.
Brought the whole team with us.
Yeah. Rolls too deep.
Oh, goodness. Good morning, everybody. We've got college basketball today on KTC Broadcasting.
Yeah.
We've got Kentucky and North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
JP. Yeah, it's useless. Who we got on the schedule? Who's Clemson play today on the schedule? He's got to sit up.
Yeah, give play-by-play.
Hey, I'm not. Hey,
give
I'm not
play-by-play.
Glasses back on.
Could be worse.
Yeah, yes.
What is today? 22nd.
Oh my gosh.
We have Kentucky and North Carolina at 4:30, and Clemson and South Carolina.
There you go.
Little rivalry.
Oh,
and that's it. We don't have anything else until tomorrow.
All right. So let's look at the bowl schedule. Memphis versus Wake Forest in the. They don't even say the bowl.
No, say the name of it.
Don't say it.
Oh, I thought you were like, I don't want to say the name.
Legion Field, Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, is it Independence Bowl? Is that what's in Birmingham?
I thought the Independence Bowl was played in New York.
No, that's the. Well, they have the.
They have one that's played.
The New Era. That's the New Era one.
New Era one. It's played at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, it's the New Era Pinstripe Bowl. I'm pretty sure.
Why
is
would
what
they
it is.
play a bowl in a baseball stadium? I don't know.
They do it there. They do it.
Not a bowl, then.
It's called the New Era Diamond.
It's a. Oh, that's so confusing. All right, Saturday, December 22nd. I've got. Let's see.
The Birmingham Bowl.
The Birmingham Bowl.
Oh, well.
What an inventive name they came up with.
Yeah, I imagine where it's played.
What's that? You say that, Carson, but somebody got paid probably about $100,000.
Oh, there's a marketing firm. There was a marketing firm. They sat people down in little rooms and chairs. And
yeah.
How would the Birmingham Bowl make you feel?
It's a lot of syllables.
I'm uncomfortable with the amount of vowels in the word Birmingham.
The BB.
It recognizes the area. Let's see. So the Armed Forces Bowl, Houston at Army versus Army at Army.
Well,
see, this one tells the name of the bowl but doesn't tell where. The other schedule I have says where but doesn't tell.
Well, it's also the name. Really?
It's at Fort Worth, isn't it?
Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah.
Houston versus Army.
Oh, that's almost a home game for Houston.
Amon G. Carter Stadium.
Almost, but
Well, dude, Texas is huge, man. Houston is South Texas. Fort Worth is North Texas.
Let me tell you something.
That's
though.
like
They
400 miles away.
They probably travel well.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
all you
in
gotta.
the state of Texas, think about it. Army's coming all the way from West Point.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're probably going to have a better
Army's
following
coming
from Houston.
from everywhere.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, they don't have like a concentration of fans in
Guess
West
what? Even Texas A&M Aggies are going to send their 12th men there to support the West
I'm guessing
Point
Army's
Black
fans were all
Knights.
over the country.
Believe it or not, I'm going to actually go with West Point. I'm going to take Army in this game.
I'm taking Army.
I'm taking Army.
I think Houston just scores too much for Army to keep up with.
Yeah, big game.
Buffalo Bulls.
Home of Khalil Mack.
I didn't know that was their name.
Buffalo.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Really? We had to get that close to the Bills?
Well, no, they were the Bulls first.
I know, but they're just
So
both of them
blame the
together.
Bills.
Yeah,
I know.
anything. They were just like, wait a minute.
Buffalo's versus Troy. Troy got beat by App. I'm going Buffalo.
Buffalo,
and the
yeah,
Dollar
Buffalo.
General
The
Bowl.
Dollar General Bowl. I bet you they paid a whopping $1.
That's in Mobile, Alabama.
Mobile, Alabama.
If it's the Dollar General Bowl, that means there's only 2 people working.
Yeah, that's true.
There's going to be two refs out there. Just a sideline refs on both sides.
Yeah.
Coach.
And I
we
don't
got
know.
this.
I don't know how they get screwed into this every year, but Louisiana Tech plays Hawaii in the Hawaii Bowl.
Hawaii for the Hawaii Bowl.
Hawaii. Like,
Yeah.
I'm taking the Rainbow Warriors.
Shouldn't Hawaii be like, can y'all send
That's
us
a
to
great
like,
mascot.
can y'all
I
send
don't
us to
care.
Buffalo or Canada or just
Why
send
would
us
they do
anywhere?
that?
What?
Why would they do
Anywhere
that?
there's
Other
a
than
ga-
Hawaii.
There's a game that's being played, or unless it was already.
It was already the Bahamas. They already played
I
it.
didn't even
Yeah.
know they had a football field in the Bahamas.
It's not. It's a soccer stadium. It's the Chargers. It's like the Chargers. It's like 15,000 people.
Man.
Eagles versus Broncos. Boston College versus Boise State in the first responder bowl.
Yeah, Boston College.
Boston College defense is too good.
This is at the Cotton Bowl, actually.
This would be a lot more. This would be a lot different if it was Boise State actually playing on their blue turf. But I will take the Eagles from Boston College. They already played on the blue turf. The Idaho Bowl.
The Quick Lane Bowl
Quick Lane.
in Detroit
I don't know if that's a card thing or a bowling thing.
is Golden Gophers of Minnesota versus the
winner
Rambling
gets a
Wreck
bowling
of
pin.
Georgia Tech.
I'm taking Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia Tech.
taking Minnesota.
Teams just don't know what to do with triple options.
The only
sometimes.
reason I'm not taking Georgia Tech is because their coach is gone.
No, this is the last game.
Is this his last game?
Yeah, he's
I thought-
retiring.
He's going out as a winner.
He's
Yeah.
going out as a winner.
Yeah.
You think he is?
Yeah.
I'm still taking Minnesota. I'm still taking Minnesota.
California Golden Bears versus the TCU Horny Frogs.
Give me them
in
frogs!
Phoenix, Arizona at the.
Is that what it is?
This is the Cheez
It's a thing like that.
This is the
It's
Cheez-It
not
Bowl.
that,
I don't know.
but It's like
California, one of their wins.
Hunter,
was
please stop
against
flashing gang
Carolina.
signs on the
He loves. Hey, he's John Wall's his favorite player. He's just trying to play. He's just trying to be gang sign John Wall.
No, he's trying to give you a hook of Horned Frogs. I don't know what he's doing.
I can't do that.
He said something in dirty in sign language, is all I know. Terry?
no, I'm just
TCU.
Independence Bowl, Temple versus Duke.
There's the Independence Bowl. I knew somebody was in
yeah,
it.
and it would have Duke in it.
I
The
didn't.
Yankees love Duke.
Indiana,
I really didn't think about it.
Shreveport, Duke.
Who are they play? Who are they
Temple.
playing? Temple. Oh yeah.
Be a heck of a basketball game
Yeah, it would.
in the
Well,
80s.
8 years ago, yeah.
Miami versus Wisconsin in Yankee Stadium.
Wisconsin.
Wait.
In the Pinstripe Bowl.
Wisconsin.
Oh,
yeah,
that's the
that's what we were just talking about.
You said it was the Independence.
No, I
Pinstripe
thought
Bowl.
the Independence Bowl was in Birmingham,
Oh, you're right. Pinstripe Bowl.
Wisconsin.
Give me the Badgers.
Yeah, cold weather. Miami is.
I got it.
I'm going to Hurricanes.
Not so
Terry.
fast, Terry. Not so fast.
You got to point with the pencil part. Not the
Oh, it
pencil
does
part.
say the name of the some of them.
There you go.
Here we go. That was the
Wisconsin.
That's the new era.
Wisconsin. It's Wisconsin.
That's the new era Pinstripe Bowl.
Yeah, I said this. Like,
You got some nice
Academy
songs.
Do you
Sports.
want a cookie?
I do. Yes.
Academy Sports and Outdoors Texas Bowl
Oh, Academy Sports.
in Houston. This is Baylor versus Vanderbilt.
Oh, this is two contrasting schools.
Sometimes Miami and Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I'm going Vanderbilt.
Give me.
Yeah, give me Vandy. I don't know. Baylor's not that high scoring Baylor anymore.
Give me Vandy. Baylor's not been the same since they got rid of that quarterback because of all those rape charges.
Well, it wasn't a
I
quarterback,
mean,
but
the
yeah.
head coach. Yeah! I mean, I was close.
Way too much Mrs. Buttersworth for the Panda Man over here.
Yeah!
Is that Howard Dean over here?
Oh, God.
Hey.
Games Friday. Purdue versus Auburn in the Franklin American Mortgage Music City
War
in
Eagle.
Nashville.
War Eagle, man. There's going to be too much speed for Purdue to keep up with.
Think about that, Terry. If you got to say that on the radio. Welcome to today's Franklin American Mortgage City Bowl here in Nashville.
Oh, my God.
At Nissan Stadium.
Music City Bowl.
Versus Purdue and Auburn.
I'm taking Auburn.
Not so fast.
Yes.
Give me Auburn.
You just picked against Auburn last
Just slow
night,
down.
Terry. How
That's
you
all.
going to pick against them?
I'm going to keep picking against Auburn.
West Virginia versus Syracuse in the Camping World Bowl at Camping World Stadium in Orlando.
Here's one of them
West
games that's
Virginia.
going to be 50-some, 40-some.
West Virginia.
I'm
Will
saying-
Greer
I'm
gets to
saying
go back to
Syracuse.
Florida.
Syracuse, Will Greer, overrated.
Who are you picking?
Syracuse.
Not so fast.
Yes.
West Virginia. Covers.
You want
They
some
cover.
bed sheets? Like what?
No.
You're saying covered.
He says
Are
that.
you
sometimes.
cold, Hunter?
I'm pulling a Lee Corso, dang it.
No, he also says some other things, some other four-letter words.
Sometimes he'll be like, West Virginia, but Syracuse covers.
Iowa State versus Washington State in the Valero. Jeez, I can speak some Spanish. I
cannot
can't
pick
read that
against
word
Mike
ever.
Leach.
Valero,
State.
Alamo Bowl, Alamo Dome, San Antonio.
Give me Mike Leach in Washington
Washington
State.
State.
Washington
Mike
State
Leach is
also.
crazy, but he knows how to score points.
Mike Leach has probably one of the best press conferences I saw a few weeks ago.
He's
Where
crazy.
they were asking him
He's
about
crazy.
if the NCAA should go to an 18 playoff already. He said, well,
Is
they
crazy.
do it at the high school level. They do it in Division II. They do it in FBS. And all of a sudden they get to or FCS and they get to us and they do it at the professional level, but we can't do it.
They get paid
I'm like,
billions of dollars to
Yeah.
forget how to make a bracket.
yeah, but essentially. So hey, Mike Leach, you've got my vote
Mike
from
Leach
here
is
on out.
crazy.
Yeah, so there's
Yeah,
that.
you see him walking off the field with that fake mustache.
We'll have some more games to talk about next Saturday here in the Final Four. Remember, Nick Saban, you want to make a bet, might be able to steal some money on this Oklahoma game. He's 1-4 in his career against Heisman Trophy winners. Nick Saban, 1-4
a challenge in the paper?
in his career.
No.
Against-
Alabama wins with ease.
I'm just
Alabama.
saying, if you're going to bet against him, this would be the game.
Roll
Probably not
Tide.
the championship, but it'll be that
Oh,
one.
that made me about sick.
The defense has already said, welcome to defense.
I want to
play."
congratulate the Shelby Golden Lions on the state championship last Saturday. We had our preview in that preview show the night before, and we talked about it last Saturday morning as I went down the road and gave you guys a little bit of hell going down the road, but it was a good game. 42-21 does not even come close to talk about how close that game was. Because if you think about this, Terry, they had a pick six, 93-yard interception from Jack Hollyfield. That a 93-yarder. So the ball wasn't at the 50 or the 40. They were about to score. That's a 14-point swing. You're looking at a 7-point ball game right now. Then you have onside kicks that didn't get caught, drop balls everywhere. It was a very, very, very good contested game. North Davidson may have had the biggest offensive line I've seen in a long time. Like, usually you look at a line, Terry, there's like one small guy or two. Across the board, just houses of young men. Is what I like. They were
An
monsters.
absolute unit.
Yeah, they were some big boys.
Condominiums built up across there.
Townhouses.
Yeah.
Terry, if you got to watch, did you watch the game?
Yes, I did.
So, if you watch that quarterback throw, he throws it. Me and that dude throw the ball an awful lot alike. 3/4 sidearmed. He spun it really well. He hit, I don't know how many dudes he hit in the chest, they dropped. And I was on the field just looking like, what are they doing? Like, I don't understand what the receivers were doing. They had no running backs. And when I mean none, they had none. Like,
It was an open field the whole time they were playing.
at halftime, the two running backs had 4 carries, the quarterback had 6, and the quarterback is probably the slowest person in this room. And I'm 100% serious about that. I think Terry could take him. Like, this quarterback, he wasn't going anywhere. He wasn't going anywhere. And they were calling, like, run plays just to keep the
Keep him
Shelby
honest.
defenders from pinning their ears back on him. Because he could throw the ball. The receivers couldn't. I don't know why they couldn't catch that. He hit a bunch. They had dropped opportunities. And then, but other than that, Shelby's defense played pretty good. The secondary was the weak spot, I thought. If they got any, I mean, the linebackers and the defensive line did a great job.
But the one call against them, the one that was hiked over the punter's head, and he went back there and he really was down. And then they leveled him, and they picked it up. You know,
I was standing at the. I was actually was walking back to the press box, and I was looking from up top, so I had a bad angle on that, but I was listening to Brent and Jeff talk about it, and so was he already down with the ball?
He was already down.
That's
he was
what I
on the
couldn't
ground,
tell.
had the ball in his hand, and then they leveled him, and the ball comes loose, and they pick it up, run it down to like the 1 or 2 yard line, and then they score.
Crazy.
And that really messed up my break because I had Shelby winning 35-14, and then they scored to make 35-21. Then Shelby goes down and scores also. But I had the point difference correctly.
Yeah, it could have definitely been a lot closer. But we want to congratulate Shelby there, Lance Ware in the gang. 5th championship here in 6 years. Coach Emery and any of the other folks, David Allen, he had his gold shoes down there.
And think about it, man. When you talk about Lance Ware, 99 wins, 5 state championships.
That's not bad.
Hasn't even got to 100 yet, and he's got 5 state championships under his name.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. So we will look forward to next year's football season. Guys, I want to thank everybody for a great season we did. And let's see. Everybody had a Christmas party last week. Addison Johnson was a free throw champion. We'll congratulate him. I didn't think he was going to beat me, so I didn't even warm up really. And he come in. I forgot Addison played high school basketball, and I was like, I'm going to win this, and I didn't even shoot any. And then I shot bad. I didn't shoot mediocre. I shot bad, and then Addison took it. Terry's got his belt on. I think he's got to give that to Addison for the free throw contest.
Terry.
Actually, Tim won it in overtime.
Yeah.
And he said he donated the money to his son Terry, and he said, "I just want my son to know that Daddy tapped that butt."
Yeah. Somebody was videoing that.
Can't let him know they can beat you.
That's what he said. You just gotta let him know sometime. You know, let that boy know. He said he just needs to know. He can keep the money. He just needs to know. Congratulations to him. Merry Christmas, everybody. I want to thank Mitchem's Kitchen for throughout the year for the biscuits and the pancakes every morning. Also, they did our Christmas dinner.
Fantastic.
So we had dinner from them as well. I want to thank them.
Yes.
As always, and everybody have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Be safe. Don't do anything stupid. Don't blow your hand off. Fireworks or shotguns.
Don't pull a Jason Pierre-Paul.
Shotguns or any other thing else you're going to fire off here for New Year's. Everybody be careful. It seems like there's one or two notes. We do got Tar Heels and Clemson today, Panthers tomorrow. And then I guess just stay tuned on that on Facebook and everything. You can watch all the parades that we did this year on KDC. You can see Tom Sane and the mayor up there at Catswear. Just go to YouTube and search that. Any other news notes that we might have missed today, guys, before we get off here?
Yasio Puig got traded last night.
Yes, he did.
And Matt Kemp.
Yeah, to the Reds.
To the Reds.
Up Harper, dude.
That's exactly what I think they're doing.
I will say it was weird seeing the word Reds in the trade deal.
They don't have a bad top 5 lineup now. They really don't. They've got Puig. Kemp will be a defensive liability, but you got Joey Votto, Scooter Gennett, Eugenio Suarez. That's not a bad team all of a sudden.
All right, guys, high school basketball, KTC broadcast will pick up after the first of the year. I think it's January 4th is the first Friday. We'll start doing back up on high school basketball in Cleveland County, Lincoln County, and, of course, Cherryville. Our top 10 this year finished off with Shelby 1, Kings Mountain 2, Hunter House 3, Bandy's 4, North Lincoln 5, Thomas Jefferson 6, Crest 7, South Point 8, East Rutherford 9, and East Lincoln 10. For Terry Reinhardt and John Prather and Carson Dockery and Hunter Yancey. I saw Will Boykins' wife and boy yesterday. I don't know if Will's listening this morning, but I saw him at the shoe store yesterday. I was trying to talk her into getting Will some good Jordans, but she wouldn't do it for him. So. I did tell her about the pair of Jordans that I had stolen in high school, and out of my locker. And I wear a size 10.5, and saw this guy walk by me one day, Terry, wearing my Jordans that I was missing about 2 weeks later, and he wears like a size 15. And the tongues and everything was hanging out, and this dude was wearing them in the school. So about 2 weeks after that, the guy shot himself in the foot with the Jordans on.
Oh!
So I never got my Jordans back, and there is a bullet hole in them somewhere in the dump.
And some
The
blood.
moral of the story is don't pull a Plaxico.
Don't steal. Don't steal.
That's worse than a Plax, almost. Plaxico, if he shot himself in the foot, he'd be done. He wouldn't have came back from prison.
Also, final thought of the year. I'll tell you all about it in just a second as we go off the air. My dog wrecked a car. We'll be back next week on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Quitting time. Who says it's quitting time? I said it's quitting time. I was the foreman. I was the one says when it's quitting time at Terra. Quitting time! Quitting time!
Merry Christmas. It's always good to see you. Merry Christmas. And Happy New Year too. Merry Christmas. It always hurts to leave you. Merry Christmas. Old friends, me and you. Merry Christmas. It's always good to see you. Merry Christmas. And Happy New Year too. Merry Christmas.
Christmas came early this year for Lisa Hudson when she won Female Vocalist of the Year at the Cammy Awards show. Her contribution to the On the Beach Christmas show is this song called The Mistletoe.
Santa, the mistletoe don't seem to work on me no more. I tried to sneak beneath its lovely glow. Maybe I'm just too short and no one sees me right below. Oh, Santa, the mistletoe don't seem to work for me no more. Girls like me, we love the Christmas season every year. The holly and the mistletoe always bring me cheer. But lately all these lovely things only brings a tear. And I just can't help worrying as Christmas time draws near. Oh, Santa,